more of like my out. Basically, if for those who haven't seen the episode, I have a problem with women, and so in the shut up.
I didn't say anything.
No, John was looking, and
he didn't say anything either.
I didn't say anything.
You were looking, you motherfucker. Anyways. So
I didn't have to say anything.
anyways,
Who doesn't have a problem with women? Am I right?
but in that episode,
I'm John.
I'm Alfonso.
I'm Darren.
And I'm Martin. This is Scat Cast, and we don't know either.
This is Scat Cast.
This is
Scat Cast.
The one and only.
Yeah, the one and only. Today we're joined by Martin, one of our homies.
Hello.
Yes.
You may have remembered him from, he's friends with one of our friends from the previous episode 6, I think? 5.
5 was the episode with Luke in it.
Okay.
He was the guy who
That
introduced us together and everything.
That is my best friend, Luke.
The GOAT.
He's in Virginia. Shout out.
Virginia, lame. Ew, Virginia, ew.
It's all right.
My
We visited.
Virginians.
We did.
It actually was kind of ill.
It was you.
Yeah.
It was like rainy and muggy and shit there.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like what I
do.
imagine like Cincinnati or whatever is like Seattle.
No, that is
Yeah.
Ohio. Like, Ohio is all that all the time.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There's like cities. There's like a lot of like states that are just,
Rainy.
yeah.
Well, when you live next to the Great Lakes, that's just like a perma ocean.
Yeah.
Is it? I mean, I guess it would be
you're
more
a smaller
humid.
piece
Yeah.
of land. There's no like heat coming in, so it's just cool air, and it's like warm and cool, just mixing constantly. So it's always getting evaporated and always getting dropped back down on you.
But like Georgia's humid too, but it's not like depressing.
Well,
You know, like
part of
Seattle's
what I'm
like
trying to say.
depressing.
Part of it is our
Yeah.
mountains, part of it's our barrier islands. So like we have like a weird.
I wasn't expecting like a geography lesson.
Well, that's
here, like,
geography
yeah.
fucking matters.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Also, the
Yes.
plant life is important too.
We
I
have a
didn't
lot
know
of
plant
trees.
life
affected.
I feel like we have a lot of trees, and that just helps out our environment.
humidity?
Probably.
Well, it's not as
I feel
arid.
like-
So there's more moisture in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. See, everything. There's a lot of factors.
And Georgia
in
doesn't
weather.
have many lakes. Actually, we don't have any natural lakes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
Turner, not Turner Lake. The other lake is
Like Lanier.
Every-
Lake Lanier,
every
yeah.
single lake
Lanier
is man-made in
it's
Georgia.
man-made. Yep.
Really?
I did not
There's
know
not a
that.
single natural lake.
I did not know that actually.
Every
Trivia
single
of the
lake we
day.
have is from irrigation.
Holy shit.
That's cool,
That is
actually. I didn't know
news
that.
to me.
Damn.
Well, we have rivers though. We have
I do know
small-
that-
Yeah, like you know, Lake Hartwell when we were where we were camping.
Yeah.
Used to be a native campground, native reserve. Then they flooded it.
That Lake
Damn.
Lanier was
That
also.
doesn't make me
I think it was Lake Lanier. I'm
Lake
thinking of.
Lanier was
No,
like
Lake Lanier was for
Lake
black
Lanier.
people.
It was.
Lake Lanier was the black one.
Because I know that I thought somebody put a curse on Lake Lanier, and that's
Because
why
there
there's
was
so
a
many
lot of black
deaths.
people.
What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure it is
I
cursed.
thought those were natives.
I'm sure it's
No,
cursed.
Lake Lanier is for black people.
And it's
Maybe
cursed.
Lake Hartwell is for the natives, but Lake
Okay.
Lanier is a black thing. They flooded an entire black city. There was like black graveyards. There's a lot. It was a black.
They didn't even
culture town.
excavate it or anything.
No, they
It's
just literally
town.
just put
You can
water on
literally, if you
top
go
of it.
deep enough, you'll see
Yeah.
like
They
remains
literally
from
just
the
said, "Go fuck
town.
yourselves." Lake.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but that I mean they've done that with like Tulsa. Did I tell you about the Black Wall? I told you about Black Wall Street, like the city they burnt down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Like they've done this before.
I was watching like a TikTok on like the top 10 most haunted places in America or whatever. Lake Lanier was on the list.
Yeah, because a lot of people have drowned.
Some people drowned
I
from
think
there.
Usher's
Yeah.
kid,
Yeah.
someone's kid, I think it was
I
Usher's
had a
kid or
friend
someone's
that-
kid drowned in that lake.
Drowning is actually the
That's
number
sad.
2
Yeah.
cause of death for children in the U.S.
I mean, that makes sense. They can't swim.
But you swim in a womb all the time. Like you're always
You're
in water.
That is
born
not the
being
same.
able to.
You also don't
you're actually-
swim. You're stuck there.
You're like suspended in water. That's what they know to hold their breath automatically. They
Yeah.
get dropped in water.
Yeah.
You're born being able to like swim or not swim, but just being able to
Buoyant,
float.
be buoyant because of the
Yeah.
body fat percentage.
So it's just weird.
Yeah, and knowing to hold your breath. That's why, like, with natural birth, I don't know why we're going to this tangent with babies, but like with natural births, like when you drop the baby in water, they automatically stop crying and they just close.
well,
them.
babies don't breathe out of the womb either. You have to punch them.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Actually, I think you told me about
You
that.
turn
yeah.
them over and they go. they have it like make it gas.
Does
Make
it
sure
jump
you-
start
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
That's kind of fire, actually.
That's insane. This is the same way to start your life. Out of the
getting
womb and
fucking
being getting
punched.
punched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get a fucking wake up call immediately.
This is life.
Yeah.
You just have to roll with the punches.
It's how scary it is being born. Like you don't know anything. And then you just see like a bunch of white lights, like a plain clinical room, and this dude wearing a mask is like, "Oh, welcome to the world."
I think it's even scary if you're a turtle. If we're
yeah.
if we're being really fair,
Turtles
when
are
you're
just
first
fucking born on D-Day.
They just storm the
Oh, yeah.
beach. There's fucking seagulls,
turtles,
crabs,
yeah.
just yanking you off. This random drunk
It is
guy's
at
walking
nighttime.
around. Yes, You have to like literally go for
And
the
then
one
so-
spotlight that
Yeah.
you see in the ocean.
Well, a lot of turtles, like if it's a
new moon?
or if
They're
like
like
if the
screwed.
lights are
Street lights.
brighter, street lights are brighter than the moon, they'll go towards the street and they just get run over.
That's how
or
someone will
stepped
get run
on.
over. Yeah.
That's so sad.
That's so
Dehydrated.
screwed.
That's their survival.
Yeah, it's
just
rough. Like,
yeah, man.
Fucking
Like,
deadbeat mothers.
I mean, a lot of animals are like deadbeat mothers. Fish just
well,
kind
that's
of
why they
leave
have
their
so many
eggs.
kids.
Yeah.
So just like whichever one of you was like the parents' favorite are the ones that actually survive.
Yeah, fittest to survive, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like Nemo's dad.
But no, Nemo's dad broke the odds.
That
He didn't
was-
let that fucker die. He did everything to protect
Well,
him.
he let all like 999 of his other kids die.
That wasn't
It was
his
a-
fault.
it
He
was
didn't
his
let them
fault.
die. He couldn't get
If
to
he
them.
was there, he
was
would've been
very
dead, too.
distressed about it.
Yeah. yeah.
He just, imagine
lost
losing
his
your
life.
kids in a tragic accident. John's like, well, I guess you don't
Well,
love your kids.
it's all
enough.
right.
Yeah.
He let his favorite one live.
He didn't let one live. It was an accident.
It was like the marlin was already full, and he's like, you know what? I'll just leave him. I feel bad. I'm gonna just leave it for the father to find.
Barracuda.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's not ripe. He left it.
Oh yeah,
Right.
This one has a
No,
weird
because
fin.
it had
I'm
the
not
scar
gonna
in
eat
it. And
it.
that's why Nemo has the malformed fin.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
the egg was malformed.
Yeah, that's the reason why he's got the little.
Yeah.
The lucky fin is what he calls it.
Wait, I didn't know he was disabled.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the whole point.
I've seen the movie like
That's why he can't swim as good as other fish, and that's
That's
why
why he got
that's another
caught.
reason. That's another reason why Marlin is super protective of him because he's his only child
Remember
and
the
he's
scene
disabled.
when he's in like the fucking fish tank with all the other fish in the Australian aquarium?
yeah.
That's why it's like a struggle because this nigga like he don't got it like that.
I thought it was just because his dad was overprotective and didn't teach him how to swim well.
No,
I don't think.
Bro saw one big fin, one little fin. I was just like,
That's all right. I think that's all right. Yeah.
you just thought he was a loser. What the?
Yes, I did. I thought that was the whole point.
The whole point of the story is if you're a loser, that's okay.
Yeah, I thought it was like, oh,
As
he's a
long as you're-
loser. He wants to go like live life because his dad is overprotective. But then they come together. They realize like, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have been overprotective. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, Dad, I shouldn't have been as rebellious or whatever.
That's the Goofy movie.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's the
they
same
have
thing
some.
with
They
Nemo.
have some similar. You know, they go on an adventure.
No, you describe a whole different movie.
That is Nemo.
They're very similar. though.
They
They're very
both
similar.
are pretty similar.
Yeah,
Like
that's actually
just father
a
son
crazy way.
movies.
It's a father and son
That's
movie.
the stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Yeah.
It's a father's son movie, but like one is for rebellion, one is for literally like he has a logical reason to be scared.
Name it like a better father son movie than the Goofy movie.
Nah, that Goofy movie got that shit on
Star
lock.
Wars.
That's a terrible father son relationship.
Gosh.
You know what he did to? He chopped off his own son's hand.
His
Like,
son
what-
started
was a
a
learning
civil war
lesson.
with him.
maybe but almost if you say like another Game of Thrones type, what's a better Game of Thrones esque thing? I would say Star Wars.
Well, father?
Like a father son dynamic. Yeah, I would say that. Like a fantasy.
I
Well,
guess.
sci-fi fantasy.
It's the most iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I want to talk to you about something very particular, Martin. Since we, we have you time right now. We know you play fighting games. We have a fighting game guy. So we disconnected his Wi-Fi early. He was very pissed about
So
that.
he.
I was
No
pissed
way.
too.
Mid-turn. Oh, well, everyone was pissed about the Wi-Fi.
For
going.
those listening,
That's what I heard something about that.
KJ from one of our other episodes, he is now our fifth roommate. Him and Martin actually both ran into each other a couple of times, like playing, was it Dragon Ball FighterZ specifically? Yeah. So
how I knew him, yeah.
you'll have a history, I guess, a little bit of a history.
Something like that.
But I mean, I guess that's kind of like one of my questions with everything is someone who's played video games my entire life, and I dabble in fighting games and everything, just a little bit. How did you actually get into actually like playing esports competitively and everything?
Well, I didn't even start like competitive like esports. I guess it is a fighting game. It's not a party game, as most people think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a freshman, and I saw like clips from a tournament, a Smash Melee tournament, something, and I thought it was cool. And at the time, I played like a bunch of other games. I played like Naruto, like Ninja Storm.
Oh,
You
yeah,
ever
yeah.
played that?
Yeah.
It's not really like a fight. It's an arena fighter, so it's not really like that competitive. But I was pretty all right at that. And I saw Smash, and I remember playing it when I was like younger. I played like N64, Smash, Brawl. But it was a fun game, but I didn't think it was like
Crazy.
yeah. And then I see they do some crazy tech, and they're moving like this, and they're hitting like that, and I was like, this is sick. And then I do not condone this because it's illegal.
Okay, right here.
You could emulate certain games.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
who hasn't done that? Come on.
Technically, emulation is legal.
but not getting the ROMs.
Yeah, not downloading
and
the
playing
ROMs.
them. But I already had a copy of the game.
I was saying, if you already own a copy of the
I have
game,
a
it's
copy
legal.
of the game.
So it's fine.
Yeah. So I was able to. So I got it. I was playing on a PS4 controller. Smash. It was so weird.
That feels wrong.
It was for sure wrong.
That is very weird.
And then I didn't have a GameCube controller.
Yeah.
All I had was a PS4 controller, but I still played. I got my brother into it, and then we realized, do people play in Georgia? So actually, across from Sugarloaf Mills, but it was just called Discover Mills.
Yeah.
There was a place called The Lab, and it was like close to where I live. Yeah, they shut it down like a while ago, 2018. But since I was like freaking 15, I didn't have a car or anything. But my brother was like, he's 4 years older, so he was like, I'm gonna go check it out and see what's up. He said it was like really cool. He got his ass whooped. And I was like, well, I was better than him at that time. So I was like, I feel like I could go in and play.
Yeah.
And then the only time that I could play was like on the weekend. So I went and I was like, I didn't even have a GameCube controller. I had to borrow somebody's.
Damn.
And I was like, I joined, I didn't have a tag or anything. I went as like Mr. Lozano.
Yeah.
Just like my last name.
That's some Spider-Man shit, like the fucking Tobey Maguire Spider-Man walking into that ring.
The man's spider.
Yeah.
He just picked it for me. The guy that was hosting was like, do you have a name? I was like, no, I don't really have a tag or anything.
Yeah.
I went in thinking like I'm hot shit. Cause I think I play all right. You know, I learned some tech skills. There's like tutorials on YouTube. First match, I go against some guy that hasn't played in a while. I beat him and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, you felt good.
Doing all right. Second guy is another one of my like long-term friends that I made there. He was another like young guy. He was like around your age.
Yeah.
So I was like 16, he was like 14. And then it was like a close match with him. And I thought he was like good as well. Cause he'd been playing for a minute. I was like, okay. So I'm up to like two people. So I think I got this. This tournament's gonna be easy.
Yeah.
Next guy, which is like some guy that's just like some college kid, completely whooped me as Captain Falcon. And that's when I realized I have like a lot to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you get humbled so quickly.
Oh my gosh. And he was just at the lowest as well. Like he was at the lowest possible part in like the bracket as well. So I was just like, okay. And then I see like other people play and I'm like, okay, yeah, they're definitely doing stuff that I can't do.
Yeah.
Played Smash for a good minute and then got on and off of it. And then when FighterZ came out, Dragon Ball FighterZ, 2018, I think, that's when I first built my PC. Like I built a PC. And started playing that game because who doesn't like Dragon Ball?
Exactly.
Right? And that game looks so cool. It has so many references and
Dragon Ball FighterZ is just such a good looking game.
It's
in
such
general.
I love
even nowadays.
it looks like the anime. Like,
Literally.
Yeah,
and
so
all
faithful.
the moves are literally references to either the manga or the anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like literally like videos talking
It's such
about
a flashy game and everything too. Like it still to this day looks great when you watch it get played.
Yeah. So love that game. Played it just online, learned like some stuff. And then like a year in, I realized I was like, why don't I like play a tournament for this? My friend that I made playing Smash told me like, oh, there's like this place called 404 and they like do tournaments and stuff. I saw there was like doing a FighterZ tournament. Do you want to go? I was like, sure. My first tournament ever. Met some like cool guys I still talk to nowadays. And
you still go to 404 a lot, right?
I used to go a good bit, but I mean, I was like, that's just money. So,
Yeah.
So, I mean, and like the game was kind of like, they don't do tournaments for it anymore, at least in 404. So there wasn't like really a reason to go to it.
Yeah.
I still have friends that go there, but I was just like, focus on like other stuff.
Yeah.
But the first time I went, I think that was like 2019. It was October, I think. It was a monthly. There was like about 20 people there, which is a good bit. And I actually won. I didn't know how good I was. I thought I was pretty okay.
Yeah.
And then when I went, I just won the tournament.
Who'd you main?
Yeah. So do you remember what your team was?
That time, crap. I played I played Team Gohan. My middle was it wasn't S Broly because he didn't come out at that time.
Yeah. It was before then.
He's either Piccolo because I just played a whole bunch of different people.
Yeah.
But it was either Piccolo and Base Goku. Like Base Goku, I've always had him.
Yeah.
He's a protagonist. I've done so many crazy stuff with him, so many comebacks.
Wasn't Base Goku a DLC character?
Yeah. He's the first DLC
That's
character.
crazy to me.
He's a DLC
You know how many
character?
Gokus there are in that game?
You know how many Gokus are in Sparking Zero?
Actually, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I've looked at the roster. There's
Yeah.
quite a few fucking Gokus.
They got
No, I
all the
remember that was
Gokus.
crazy to me. Base Goku and Base Vegeta were DLC in
they're-
Dragon Ball
they're
FighterZ.
What
different,
version
yeah.
were like in
Super
the,
Saiyan.
It's the oh yeah, it started with the Super Saiyan, but in the base game it had Super Saiyan and then Super Saiyan Blue. Yeah. And then later they added Base Goku first, they added UI,
Yeah. Goku Black. Or was he
Goku
Base?
Black. Yeah, no, he was base. He was
Yeah,
base.
yeah.
He was base. But yeah, that game is so fun. I never played it. I didn't even get any of the DLCs. Like, there's like DLC packs.
Yeah.
I only got the characters I wanted to play. Like, if you
Yeah.
go to my PC, all I have is Base Goku, Super Broly. I play Gogeta 4. And that's it. That's really it.
Like
But-
I figured with how much you played it, you at least like have all the DLC characters for it.
no, I mean, I just feel like if I don't want to play him, why get him?
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people who like really desperately want them to keep updating fighters. But that game is old now. Like I don't see what the
2018.
appeal is. Yeah.
I mean, it's a fun game, and the thing is, people still play it because I still play it,
Yeah.
not like competitively or anything, but I think it's still fun. That's like my main. I haven't really branched off to another fighting game after that. I went back to Smash for a bit, but I just play fighters because like all my friends started playing fighters. Nasty, that's how I know him.
Yeah. KJ.
KJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know his name. I just knew him by
Yeah.
his tag. like when the scene was really big in Georgia, that's when I met like a bunch of people. I'm still in contact with them. Kind of hang out every now and then, but we just do our own things. And then 404 is just a really nice place in general. Y'all
It
been
is, yeah, it's
y'all
cool.
been. It's professional. They changed the owners a couple times, and now I don't know if you've gone recently.
They
but
updated,
have,
they added like a lot of different.
Yeah, they have
setups
PS5 setups.
Yeah.
PC setups. It's a good time.
It's pretty much
there.
everything you would want in there. They had like emulators and stuff set up in there too. Right?
Yeah. It's like $10 to go.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not that bad if you're down to play like with some friends. And esports is just. I mean, I didn't take it that serious. When I played Smash, I was in like a clan. I'm still part of it, Nimbus Clan.
Yeah.
Shout out. My
do
friend.
you do you want to say what your tag is?
Oh yeah. I actually changed it recently.
Did you?
Because I wasn't. Yeah, I mean, I was like, because my tag is Lugi, which is Luigi just without one eye.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just thought it was cool because I played Luigi.
Yeah.
And Luigi's just goofy, and I'm like goofy, so I was like, I just had to play him. You know?
Is that the origin of your tag?
Yeah, literally Lugi. Yeah, that's what it is. It's not. Some people thought it was like, oh, like throw a Lugi or something.
Oh.
Yeah, like spit a Lugi or something. I was like, oh no.
You guys have any like stories behind your gamer tags?
I do. Do you?
I have one. So my first gamer tag ever was on a PS3, and every other name I wanted to take was taken. Like I was thinking like Dragon Slayer, Demon Lord, all this funny, 12-year-old shit.
My first tag.
Like
That wasn't
the
even my
edges,
first tag.
the edges of
Gosh.
the edge blades. And then like my cousin had his PS3 through his dad, so his dad made an adult name like Can of Whoop Ass. My like 12-year-old ass was not gonna have any swear words in my name because my mom was helping me set up the account.
Can of whoop butt?
Can of Whoop. Nigga, I was not gonna do that shit.
Okay, that is not
Exactly. So I couldn't use any of the fun ones. So I literally was just like, what am I going to do? And I was like, I'm going to do something awesome.
It has to be
Awesomeness
awesome.
_231.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking Roblox ass.
Mine. So for mine, I was back in like daycare back in the day. This is like first, second grade, right? I was playing on my DS. And like we would always play like Mario Kart DS and everything there.
That
Like
was
that was back when they had like the
Oh my
connection
God,
and
peak.
everything on their
Yup,
DS.
that's peak DS.
That shit was awesome. So I remember like we're sitting there playing all this stuff one day, and like I had a couple people I was like close with, and there's this one kid there who was like I don't know 2-3 years older than me or something, and I remember I was like I don't know his name on his DS was Game Blaze, right?
Just stole his name.
No. I didn't steal his name. Right?
John.
No.
John.
No. I didn't steal his name.
You have to change that up a little bit.
I didn't steal his name, right? His name was Gameblaze, right? And then I remember, like, I think he was gonna leave or something, right? And I remember I went up to him and I was like, dude, your name is so cool.
Can I screenshot this?
I asked him, I was like, can I please have your name? And he was like, yeah, sure, whatever, I guess. I don't know. And I took it. I took the mantle. I took the Gameblaze mantle.
Imagine if like fucking
Generations
you
of
gotta
Game
pass it on to
Blazes.
someone.
I'm like the Miles Morales of my fucking gamer
You
tag,
have to
bro.
give that to your kid. Your son.
Your gamer tag.
No,
will
name
be
him
Game
Game
Blaze.
Blaze.
Oh my
You
god.
named my son Gameplay.
And then find that guy and be like, this is because of you. Thank you.
God.
Shout out to a real.
You want to be his godfather?
Literally.
I was sitting there, I was like, yo, his name is so fire. I gotta take this. And I've used it ever since.
Damn.
Is that still your gamer tag?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I still
Yes,
use
it
it in
is.
everything.
But do you have any other gamer tags you have?
I played a lot of Overwatch. Haha. I made a lot of Smurf accounts. I made hella Smurf.
You have Smurfs on that game?
I did Smurf
For
in that
Overwatch?
game. Hate me.
Oh my
I had
God.
One or two or both?
only on one. I didn't care enough about Overwatch.
So
2
you
to get
bought
Smurf.
more copies of the game?
No, on console you can just make another. Like, you know how there's a parent account and a child account? I just made a shit ton of child accounts.
You
and-
did the disc.
I didn't have to do a disc or anything. Like, because the disc was already on the parent account, when you pull up a side account on PlayStation, it's the same system, just more or less controls on
I
it.
forgot you played on console.
you didn't
I
have
was
to
thinking
pay
like a
for, like-
PC and just
Yeah, no,
buying it.
PC, I'm no way I'm dropping
There's no way-
$20
yeah,
every
yeah.
time. But I had like 5, 6. No, I think I was really down bad during COVID. So like I had Wave Check, I had I'm Dirty Dan,
I remember that one. Yeah.
I had one for my girlfriend, but like I spelled her name wrong. Her name was like Deborah, spelled like Deborah. I spelled it like Deborah. So,
That's funny. That's funny.
and then let's see what else I had. I had a porn star's named Tiana Trump. Shout out. Shut up. I had Immortal Cheese.
Immortal Cheese.
Immortal Cheese.
Okay.
And then
That
I
sounds
had
pretty dope.
Meta Knight because I was like, I'm a fan of Kirby. I used to play like my first like Nintendo game was a Kirby game. It was
I've
Kirby's
never
Epic
ever heard you
Yarn.
talk about Kirby.
Yeah,
Kirby's
I'm a
Epic
big
Yarn.
Kirby fan. I just like I never got to play the full
older-
version of Return to Dreamland, but Return to Dreamland is one of my favorite Kirby games.
Yeah.
I didn't have a DS or 3DS, so like I couldn't play like most of the original.
Have you ever
stuff.
heard him talk about Kirby?
No, never. I've only ever heard him
finding out
shit
a
on
lot of
Mario.
I'm not a big Mario fan now. But like they're good games. Like I just like that's not my cup of tea. I'm more of like I gotta go fast.
I have to ask. So, what is the appeal to having a Smurf account, let alone like 6 or 7 Smurf
Most of my
accounts?
friends were bad. I was the only GM playing with like plats, diamonds, whatever. But I could not play with them because they wouldn't let me match with them. And if we were trying to do like something easy, it just didn't feel fun for me.
So why did you need like 7?
Why? Yeah. Why 7 or 6?
Because I would also like
You just
challenge
rank up.
Yeah, I would literally just run back up to the top every time. Like I was bored. Like because there's no prestige in Overwatch. The only prestige is you climbing. So I would literally
always
just
go
like
up.
pick up different characters and then just like basically how you pick up a different character in a fighting game that resets your MMR. I would like instead of playing Reinhardt, I would pick up like Zarya or like Genji or like I would play support and I would literally just focus on that and then climb with that character. But like at the same time, because back in the first Overwatch game, people were really toxic if you had like a gold border. And so I was really self-conscious of that. So like if I was like a plat border kicking everyone's ass, I just looked like a better player. It was an ego trip as well. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Have you guys ever smurfed in a game before? Since I was just talking about me smurfing Overwatch.
No,
None of you guys ever smurfed in a game before?
I didn't see the point.
I mean, I smurfed in FighterZ.
Like-
I joined the tournament like as a different name.
And you just shat on everybody.
Yeah. They didn't know me. I went to a different.
Was there
state.
money on the line?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. See, that's different.
Oh fuck you!
That's
You smurfing, Darren?
I mean, like, I don't think making a new character in a multiplayer game counts as smurfing.
No.
So,
it
I mean,
would
like,
have to be like
it has to
the
be something
whole
competitive.
account with a
Yeah,
rank
no.
reset and shit like that. Okay. Damn, I feel kind of bad.
I don't necessarily play like competitive online games though, so I don't know.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Like
The
if
ones
I,
I do play, I don't play like comp.
yeah, like if I do, it's usually like I don't know, like I'll play like a fighting game or whatever, and I'll play ranked in it. But there's no reason really to smurf in a fighting game like that.
No,
Like,
no,
if
no.
I play
'Cause it's
like
just-
Street Fighter,
It's
I
just
would
1-on-1, so there's no
Yeah,
point.
and also it's just boring playing against people that don't.
You're
know how to
better
play.
than-
Yeah.
yeah.
It sucks when you play a fighting game and you can tell someone has smurfed. Like you can tell this person is like much better than
They're
they
pulling
should
out the
be.
tech.
Like
that,
those kind of games are just like peak fun when you both are like equal skill level.
Literally, that's the whole point.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, because then like it's a coin flip, so you really
Like they're not
take it
really
seriously.
fun to stomp, and it's not fun to get stomped.
It's kind of nice to stomp on people. You start,
But
Yeah,
like
but you
flashing
don't
on
stomp
every
so many
match.
times.
oh no, I
Like,
only do it like
yeah.
to like one person in the tournament.
It's fun like when they deserve it though. Like
If they bag you first,
Like,
and
they've
stuff
been like
that.
talking shit or
Talking
something.
shit.
It's the same thing in like
True,
first person
true.
shooters. Where
Yeah.
like it's fun to stomp like maybe 1 or 2 matches, but like I might as
every
well just
match
play
is
against
just
bots. Like you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
right,
feel like
you're
in
right.
Destiny, at a certain point, like when you do just like run it back to like Iron Banner is a good example. When the team is stopping someone in Iron Banner, it's no longer fun.
Well, that's why they have Mercy Rule.
So they added
yeah.
that, but like original Destiny,
never
like
played Destiny.
Stop.
They had Mercy Rule in original Destiny.
Did they have it? In Mercy?
Yeah, they added it like in Taken King.
Oh, okay.
What is that? Mercy rule?
It's like if they're winning by such a lead, it just ends the game.
Oh, okay.
Like there's no point that they have it keep going.
Yeah, but
they
like,
should do that in more games.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't.
No, I was talking about like Call of Duty mainly though when I was talking about shooters.
okay, that's what my head was.
Well, I mean, I guess in some games you can come back like pretty crazy. I think
Valorant is like one of the few games where like they would let you literally just play that shit out, and if you can just run all those.
I'll say
matches
like
back,
yeah,
those-
I forget if it was
forfeit,
like,
though.
I forget it was in like Valorant or CS:GO, like when Valorant first came out. But like I remember like there have been times where the score was like 12-2, and somehow like we brought it back and we won.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, like, that's crazy because like it's
possible.
first to 13 is the team that wins. Like that's
Yeah,
crazy.
so they just
Yeah.
lost like another fucking 11 matches in a row, and you won that shit. You earned that shit.
Yeah, it's
It feels
team
good.
play. For those types of games, Valorant, CS:GO, it's a lot of team play and a lot of coordination.
Yeah, because
Even if everybody's
like,
kind of ass, just
it's like realistic bullets, right? Like
But you
just, like,
can
couple
carry in
taps.
those games.
oh, true.
oh wait, Morton, are you gonna play 2XKO?
That does seem
Was that the
like
league
something.
It's a
that's the
league fighting game. It's
Yeah.
2v2, but it's like you actually have 2 people playing on each team.
So 4 people total.
yeah, 4 people
Isn't
total
that
are
what
playing it.
Multiverses was or is?
Yes, but it's a traditional fighter like Street Fighter is.
Yeah,
Oh, so side scroller.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. But I don't know much about 2XKO.
I don't
even
either.
play League.
The little bit I've seen about it, it looks really fucking cool though.
It looks fun. So it's like
It's free to play too.
it is like one person versus one person. Right?
It's 2v2.
2v2.
So
How do you fit all
two
those people on the
people
screen?
are controlling a different character.
Yeah. There's a tag team mechanic in it. So you know how like in tag team games like fighters you can switch out.
Yeah.
So it's like
If you get in your
Each
ass
person
beat, you tag
controls
in
the
your
character.
friend.
yeah, so you can like request to switch out with your teammate and switch back
Okay.
in. And then it's like sometimes if you like mash it or whatever, you're like forced to switch out and stuff like that too.
Okay.
Like there's like
I feel like
different
there could be complications with
Yeah,
that.
because
There's,
no
there's like different
communication.
rule sets in there. You can disable or enable that and stuff
Okay,
like that. It's
okay.
basically just like if you want it set up a certain way, you can do it that way.
Is there assists as well, or
Yeah.
is it just
Yeah, there's
okay.
assists and stuff,
Okay,
too.
so it's a tag. Yeah, it's a tag team. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking like,
It's not just like a 1v1, but you take turns or whatever.
yeah,
It's-
like King of Fighters or something like that.
Yeah, no, it's like actually like assist based and everything.
Ooh,
with
a
it.
1v1
I don't know.
taking turns might be even. I mean, it wouldn't be fun, but like it would be really fucking intense though. Like you just, it's like a Pokemon battle. You just throw
You just
out,
keep going.
You just
Well,
throw out
that's-
your
yeah.
guy.
That's what a Tekken tag tournament is actually.
Tekken
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's like
Street Fighter
Tekken's-
Street Fighter X Tekken. They did a thing like
they did that too.
Yeah,
I know
that was like a
Tekken-
while ago.
Tekken tag tournament.
Tekken tag.
It's
Oh,
literally
yeah,
like
yeah.
a 2v2 Tekken game. It's just you pick 2 characters, and then once their health bar is depleted, you switch them out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do 2 people control those separate players though?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
It's one person.
Well, I was gonna say, like, imagine that situation. Like, there's only 4 characters in the play and 4 people playing it. If you lose that round, now the second person has to beat 2 people.
Yeah.
That I was like, that would
Yeah.
be fucking intense as hell.
Yeah. Right. How does that work? If
Oh, just
do you lose a round when one person like?
no, it's so both players are dead. So
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
you have to
Yeah.
wipe the entire.
Okay,
team.
so you just
That-
have to like
you
step
have to
back
just
and watch
reverse-
them play.
Yeah.
Just reverse sweep. both
Okay,
of
I
them.
feel like
Well, I don't know like
I don't
how
know
the
how that
characters
works.
interact and everything.
Yeah,
Like, there
yeah.
might be ways for them to like heal them or something. Like maybe if you play as one of like the support characters, they can like heal the other teammate while
like
they're out or
passively
something.
or some shit like that.
I don't know
how that's gonna work.
Because I don't know.
Yeah,
Well, I just thought it would be kind of fun.
because like in fighters, whenever you tag somebody in, the person that like was tagged out, they have like a certain amount of like life they could like recover. and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh no, speaking
That-
of
that's
But
what
if
a lot
they're
of tag
knocked out,
team
they're
games
knocked
are.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
speaking of League, have y'all seen Arcane or like heard anything about Arcane?
I saw the first season. I haven't seen the second season.
I
yet.
I heard it was really good, but nah.
It's
Season
really
2's
well animated.
coming out right
My
now.
friend sent me screenshots, and I was like, dude, every single frame looks like concept art.
Yeah.
No,
It's really
like,
cool.
They
That's pretty
really put like what I like most about Arcane. Something I really love their style. It's a very artsy, like animated show. Like some of their sequences, they put like, you know how like when you watch a anime music video, like there's good choreography, like the music and the actual scenes themselves like work together.
He's talking about the Imagine Dragons soundtrack.
Not even just the Imagine Dragons. Like I was watching season 2, like they had a couple like musical sequences like that were like instead of like Joker 2 where like there was just random singing.
Yeah.
You were basically watching a music video that progressed the story along. Like the characters weren't singing, but there was music and there was like a lot of emotion and like manipulation of like visuals to like show you shit. And I'm an artsy person. I fuck with that. It's a really cool show. It's really well animated. The characters are cool. I don't know jack shit about League. I don't know anything. 0 hours. But like if the game was as fun as the show, I would play it.
I don't think
it's not.
It's not.
I know.
I hate to break it to you, it is not.
Maybe TK.
You can play TFT. Maybe.
Is that Team Fight Tactics?
Yeah.
Is that also League?
The same universe.
It's the same universe.
They have so many properties. What the fuck?
They have like 3 right now.
Money.
That's a lot. COD has COD and Modern Warfare. I mean, besides like COD, I think that's
Activision, Blizzard, like EA, all of them have more titles than just Call of Duty.
No, I'm talking about like
They have Overwatch.
No, I'm saying like
They have Overwatch.
Overwatch doesn't have like a Overwatch mobile game and an Overwatch.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly. Like not one IP having 3 different like separate IPs.
Call of Duty does.
Well, I say Call of Duty's probably the only one that does.
When you meet this guy named Mario.
Well, what do you count as like a separate IP?
Mario Kart.
What do you mean? There's Mario
Kart,
Kart, Mario 64,
Mario and Luigi, Paper
Mario.
Mario.
Oh no, but he's
Mario.
It's Mario. He's the bread and butter of
That's
Nintendo.
Nintendo's thing.
But those are all like different.
I get what you're saying, but League is like 700 fucking characters, and there's like I think that's impressive. Mario has like the guys, and then the mushroom things.
I like the guys.
The guys.
I fuck with the guys.
They got names, but they're able to use them in like so many different ways and change
No,
it.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But like, I still think it's very interesting.
That's what you said though. They're all separate IPs.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just still think it's really interesting and kind of bizarre for like League.
League is just very popular. Like
I don't know why it's so popular. Well, we discussed it. It was because it's free to play. It's been out since 2009, and I guess some people find it fun.
Well, I mean, it's just very competitive.
A lot of people do.
It's just very competitive and it's challenging.
The competitive scene is huge.
Yeah.
Like
There's
the
money
most
in there.
esport.
Oh yeah, it's the most esports.
I don't think people play League because it's fun. They just play it because it's competitive. I'm going to be honest with you.
I've never talked to a League player that says it's fun.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Everyone I've ever talked to says that shit is dog shit and they hate it, but they still play it.
Yep.
Like
I mean, like League of Legends has like when did it come out? You said like
2009.
It's technically been around for longer. Like that kind of game's been out for longer. Like it's just built up and cultivated a
large
fan base.
following.
Yeah.
They're long because it started out as a
Dota
Warcraft mod.
Yeah.
And then Dota.
Yeah.
And then League came out to compete with Dota, took over Dota, and then just from there on. Like it's literally like 24 years worth of like evolution.
Dota was the Warcraft mod. That's why it's called Dota 2.
Yeah.
The original Dota is in World of Warcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know there wasn't like a Dota 1. When I heard Dota 2, it was just like...
It is. It's just, it was a mod for Warcraft. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Valve bought the IP for a mod. And that's how Dota 2 came out.
Speaking of those types of games, y'all know about y'all played the new Valve game that's like a first person.
I want to try it.
Deadlock.
I want to try it.
Yeah. I got invited to play it when it was like in beta. It's still in beta, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be out in beta for a while, but I think it's like open now.
Okay, it's open now. Yeah.
I haven't tried it out though.
It seems pretty cool.
Fun.
I like the art style and everything. And it's like the same kind of formula.
It's just a hero shooter mixed with a MOBA.
I was going to say, for me, the one thing that did turn me off
Yeah.
was the art style. It seemed too like dark and gray for me.
That's kind of that's kind of their thing.
Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare.
Yes.
Imagine that, but a MOBA.
That could work.
That would actually
definitely work.
Why haven't they done that yet?
Because EA
That's another
is bad
franchise.
with money.
That's another
Plants vs.
franchise with a
Zombies
shit ton of
not-
IPs.
Yeah,
by the
because
way.
EA sucks. That's
They're
why.
really bad with
they're not
money.
gonna-
They don't know how to make good games.
That would be
They
so
did
easy
make good
too.
games. They're called Garden Warfare 1 and 2.
And then they fired all those guys and then got rid of them
my
and did
gosh.
budget cuts.
That would be
EA
so easy
definitely
too,
messed up.
because like the zombies could be the minions and shit.
Yeah, so,
and
no,
then,
they have that in Garden Warfare already. They have like minions you can spawn against the other enemies. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know though. They dropped the ball.
We gotta pitch the
I miss
idea.
Garden Warfare,
Yeah.
man.
Just call EA.
Yeah.
I got so many ideas.
Just like guys, you're sleeping on a fucking banger IP right
Dude,
now.
oh,
This
that
fucking
could
zombies.
be their lead. That could be their deadlock. That is the deadlock competitor right there.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I would play that. I would low-key like.
I would play the shit
A
out
lot of
of
people
that.
played
low-key.
PvZ.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say this. What was that show that the Love Death and Robots people were making? What was it called?
Level Up.
Yeah.
Do you know? Remember how like fucking whatchamacallit got shut down?
Oh, the fucking. What's it called?
The game that got
Concord.
shut down. Concord. Concord's in there. They have a whole episode.
Oh.
No way.
Yes.
That's crazy. What the fuck?
That game died so fast.
Yeah.
I
Never
didn't even
took
know
off.
about it, and then I saw a video about it, and it died the next
You
like
had to
day.
pay
Dead on
like
arrival.
$50, $60 or something for it to play it, right?
$70. It is
$70 for like a bum Overwatch game? Like, come on, bro.
I feel bad for them because
A lot of people
The
put
four
like their
people
whole
that played it
lives
had a
into
lot
it.
of fun, hopefully.
They didn't. They made videos about it, complaining about it. It's just
that game started development after Overwatch came out. They saw how popular Overwatch was.
and then
they didn't know why it
Overwatch
was
fell off.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
Nobody cared
And
about
then
it
it-
when
yeah.
it came out.
Hopefully Marvel Rivals is fun, though. I'm actually really excited for that.
I heard people have been liking the game.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
Like
I wanted to stick the land.
It's
I want
Marvel,
Overwatch to
so
have
I mean,
competition.
yeah.
I want that.
You're
Because,
playing
like,
Spider-Man,
we all know how
Venom.
capitalism works. Only when your product is viewed as ass do you actually make it better.
It is viewed as ass. You need competition.
Yeah, they don't have competition. Overwatch is Overwatch. They still have a large following. They still have a lot of people playing it. They still have like tournaments and shit going on.
Yeah, that's because it's the only option.
Because it's the only
the only
option. So if
option.
Marvel
Yeah,
Rivals
you're
comes out, they actually have to fucking try with the game now. So hopefully it's fucking good. Because I love me some good old fashioned capitalism, baby. Actually, speaking of which, what is your like main way of like you're a young guy. What is your main way of like relaxing? Like KJ takes baths, for example. He has like bath bombs and shit. Like
Bath
What? This is related to money and capitalism.
no, I'm just. Why did you use someone else taking a bath as your
What do
example?
you do?
And why did you
Why
use
did
the
you just talk
example
about
of
yourself?
somebody else that's not here?
Yes.
You say, "Oh yeah, so KJ loves baths."
Shout out
How
to that
about
episode,
you?
by the way.
What the?
You could have said
What the fuck do you like to do?
Yeah. Well, what do you like to do?
Well, we're talking about, but the reason my head was there, because like we're talking about entertainment, video games, ways to de-stress, and I was just like, so I made a joke.
You said
and I did
speaking of
not take-
capitalism.
Literally, the last thing he said was talking about capitalism. I was just gonna say, what do you think of capitalism? I was like,
What do you think about bubble baths?
You're asking about
That's
a
Did you
job
use a
or something.
squeaky little rubber
Bro, 'cause
ducky
I was
in
like,
your little
well,
bath?
capitalism doesn't really like have the same question as what I was trying to ask. I was thinking about capitalism.
So you went
Martin,
to bubble baths.
Martin, what do you do for fun other than fighting?
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
okay, what
Any
do
other
I
hobbies you
do?
got?
Honestly, I've been working a lot.
Really?
I have some. Yes.
See,
I do
capitalism
need a
works.
job.
Well,
I
our
do
question
need a
was the
job.
opposite. What do you do when you're not at work?
That's the thing.
No,
Because I go
work
out-
is just fun for him.
No, I mean, I like doing it. I like doing it, you know. But
Do you want to explain what you do?
I actually come in the work outfit.
Yes, sir.
It's company called Aqua Clean. Can't say too much. I signed an NDA. No, I'm messing.
What can't you disclose?
You said,
No, no,
I'm
I'm messing, I'm
contractually
messing.
obligated by the government right now. I can't say shit.
If I say anything, there's like literally a sniper dot sight.
He's like,
right
yeah,
on my
I'm the
head
guy who
outside.
dumps the fluoride in the water. I'm telling
my
you right
God.
now.
Hey, that was off the record. Okay?
Don't tell RFK.
we were. That was before the podcast.
Oh yeah, my fault, my fault.
Okay.
the sniper beam slowly turns towards you.
I just get a message to be like, it's over.
You're cooked, bud. You're shot.
No, but I'm a technical water analyst. I work in sales, so I go knocking on people's doors. I talk to them. I do a little survey, and try to get them interested in doing some like water quality tests to their house. And the purpose in doing all these tests, we check for solids, chlorine, we do a precipitation test, and we use some information by the EPA, some studies by the EWG, just showing what the state of water is like. I can't
Yeah.
spoil it,
Yeah.
but it's not looking good. You know?
Appreciate it.
I mean, actually,
He'll tell you when he comes knocking on your door, though.
yes. I mean, there's a thing is, if you go over to like the county and say like, "Hey, is my water good?" They're gonna be like, "Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
it's good."
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things that like the county mandates or like the government kind of like controls, they only have like a budget in order to like do the things they have to do, right? So our water is like okay to drink, right? If we have the best like immune system and we occasionally drink it, it's like, it's okay. right?
Mm-hmm.
But there are certain things in the water. For example, here in Georgia and like the Carolinas, they put a lot of chlorine.
Chlorine.
Yep.
It's like
kill
the
the-
treatment processes.
Yeah, that's part of the treatment.
To kill all the stuff in it, right?
Yeah, chlorine is a disinfectant.
Yeah.
And the reason why they use it is not because it's the best thing on the market, but it's the cheapest
easiest.
thing.
Yeah.
It's the cheapest thing.
Capitalism.
Yeah. So they use chlorine in order to kill everything, bacteria, microbes.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, literally all the water that we use, we don't use specifically recycled water. All that water that's used from us goes into the treatment plants and they put it back into Lake Lanier. Lake Lanier is where we get all of our water.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a reservoir. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a lake. So maybe they're getting
it is a
sucked
lake.
down by all like the pipes and shit.
Well, it is a
Well,
lake.
it's being
It is a
recycled
lake.
through though.
It's a reservoir as well.
So are
You-
they
you're-
dumping the water or are they taking the water?
Both.
Okay.
It's a loop.
it's a
Yeah.
loop. Yeah,
It's
our water
a
cycle is a loop.
Minecraft infinite water glitch.
Literally.
If all they
Yeah.
did was dump the water, it would overfill.
No, I was asking to the effect of like maybe if it's leaving and is going in, that would explain why there's so many people that die in the lake because there's probably like
I don't think they're being sucked to the bottom of the lake.
Yeah.
There are giant holes in Lake Lanier though that suck the water. You can see them. They're really
Yeah.
cool. If you ever drive a boat on them.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like a good majority of like Georgia's water, at least like Metro Atlanta, comes from. the
Did
Lake
not
Lanier.
know that. That's very interesting.
I don't know. Like it went all the way to Atlanta.
Oh yeah, like
There's
all of
the
us.
Cherokee River that runs straight through Atlanta.
Wait,
I thought it was-
am I
Oh yeah,
would've
as
been
well.
from there.
But the
Am
the
I
majority
stupid?
of water. I'm pretty sure some of
Because-
it comes from Cherokee River. But what were you gonna say?
Because like water towers, do they suck the water back out of lake? So like in this,
That's
full
not what water towers
That's not
are
what
for.
water towers are for.
What the fuck are water towers for? Do they not like distribute water? I thought that was the whole point.
And
Like,
the individual building.
So there are
you
certain
mean like
places.
the
ones in the
big
middle of
water
nowhere.
towers?
Yeah.
Those are because like those places don't have
It's an emergency thing, isn't it?
like easy access to like city water.
Yeah.
For example.
Wait, isn't the water in there like really old?
Yeah.
Does your company clean those out, or is that different people?
No, we don't.
They do
We're
residential.
private. We're a private company. We don't work with anything to do with like.
government stuff.
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, our job is to like kind of convince people to not say trust the government. but when we think about it, the
Keep the
government's
price on
job
safety.
is to give us water, right? As homeowners, we have the right to like know
Clean water, yeah.
Yes, and we can do whatever we want in our house. You know,
I see.
so it's like it's up to you if you want to have better quality water,
yeah.
right?
I do the
That's
same thing with air. That's a very
Literally,
big thing. with
yeah,
me,
that's what we do.
we do very
offer
similar
service.
things with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, when he was listening to the steps of what they do in their inspection, I was like, that sounds a lot like what John has to do. When he
We
goes.
probably do very similar things like for our job.
Probably.
Legitimately.
I do that with
yeah.
people's bodies.
Yeah.
You just tell them like, hey, like you could get a better body. You know, you just do this,
You
that.
can take this pill. It might fix
Take
your
this
body.
pill, it might help you
It's
out.
crazy like how much little stuff like that you don't even think about does have an impact on your health.
I mean, it does because obviously we're not like selling anything that doesn't work.
Mm.
We've been in the business. This is an old shirt, but it's like over 30 years.
Damn.
Yeah, and we have A+ in the Better Business Bureau, which is like the credit.
Yeah.
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 And we're actually like updating the systems. We're getting like a new update. They're like changing the red. This is like top secret stuff. Because it's like something that's being rolled out for until like I think February is when we're gonna officially have it. But like they were testing it. But yeah, the systems that we sell completely purify. It's not like a water softener because you may have heard like water softeners like in
I
Florida.
ain't never
and
heard of
Texas.
water softener. What
No?
the fuck is that?
It
Why is my water hard?
yeah, a lot of water. Georgia, not specifically, doesn't have the hardest water, but like Texas, for example, Florida.
What does hard water mean? Is
That's
that the
all, like,
amount of
what-
solutes
There's a
in
lot of
there?
solids in
Yeah,
the water.
solids.
One of the tests that we do is using this tool called a TDS, and it marks how much total dissolved solids are in the water. It measures it by parts per million. And here in Georgia, it could be around like 40 to like 50 or so. And compared to like other places like Texas or like Nevada, over there it's like 200,
Oh.
like over 100.
So there's a lot
the
of
water there
sediment
is
in my water?
a lot of sediment. Yeah, a lot of
Okay.
sediment. So here in Georgia, the problem isn't really with like
It's because the
sediment.
soil we have is very. There's the fault line The soil we have doesn't have a lot of heavy metals in it.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, there's no heavy
up in the Midwest, they do a lot of mining and all that too.
They do a lot of mining.
It's more
There's a lot of
coarse.
canyons.
Canyons is more coarse dirt. There's no plants like settling in there too, so that's what it's probably heavier. And then below Georgia, we have very soft soil, and it kind of just gets washed away into the valleys and the rivers, ocean.
Everything is savanna, just like
like you can't farm in South Georgia.
Yeah,
for that reason. They've tried
coastal plains.
Yeah, I actually went hiking in this place called was it Cloudland Canyon?
I went with you there.
No, then it wasn't Cloudland.
Yeah, no, it was probably a different one.
I'm sorry, it left me. But there's this canyon I went hiking in, and it was caused by bad irrigation practices in South Georgia. Because, like I said, the soil's very loose over there. They tried to irrigate, and it just made a canyon.
Damn.
Huh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's like if you
that's so terrible.
Yeah, you can hike at it's actually like a pretty bad like ecological disaster.
Yes,
it's very beautiful. It's very beautiful
because you just ruined the environment.
But it's a very beautiful ecological disaster because I went hiking down there. You could still like I would definitely recommend wearing boots if you're going to go hiking down there. Yeah, it's muddy because the water is still going through.
Oh, it's still
it just keeps digging the canyon.
It's just bad irrigation.
That is from like the 1860s or early 1900s, and it's that deep. It's gonna keep growing. Like,
we're gonna have like a Grand Canyon in Georgia.
Yeah.
What the? Can they not
it's all
stop
like
it?
mud instead of rock.
Can they not stop it? Is there no ethical reason not to stop?
I mean,
I don't know. That's.
I don't know.
Your company needs to get on that. Like,
I don't think his company builds dams.
No, I don't think so. That's gonna. I should talk to like the
Providence
the big man up
Canyon.
there. Yeah.
Yes, it's Providence Canyon. They call it the Little Grand Canyon.
Okay.
Georgia's Little Red
Canyon.
Canyon.
Part of Georgia is then?
It's very South Georgia. It's closer to the Alabama line. It's like right on the Alabama line.
There was a customer I had one time. I forget where. And he was telling me about like his water issues and stuff that he had going on.
Give me his number.
So this is before all that. So he lived like right next to a water treatment plant.
Oh yeah.
But for some reason,
smells so good over there.
So his water was like filthy. So even though he lived right next to the water treatment plant, his water came out black. And he showed me too. Like he showed me the water came out black.
Okay.
He said that like he doesn't even cook with his water, like boiling it because he doesn't trust it to cook with. Mm-hmm. So he would always purify it and then go through and boil it and everything after.
Okay. But how would he purify it? Like a Brita filter or something?
Yeah, like that type of thing.
Okay.
That's like the only thing he could ever drink out of is a Brita filter. Okay. So I ended up getting him set up with a water purification system the same way and everything. But that's but like it's crazy like how fucked up your water can be. You know, it's like
Flint, Michigan, for example.
Oh, they're known for it.
Disaster.
Like a third world country right there.
Did they ever find out what happened with that?
I thought it was pipes.
Probably.
Like a lot of like governmental malpractice. They weren't really purifying the water, and then
do they mine up there? It's called Flint.
Yeah, who would assume, right?
Yeah,
I don't think that means they're going to be mining Flint.
Why is it called Flint, Michigan?
Very good question. There.
I mean, maybe.
I would assume that people we're pretty obvious people. We name things after things we see. Like, you know, plantations are in Georgia, just like that word, like blank plantation. What do you think was there? Park.
Plantation. I've also seen like George Washington Drive and shit like that, though.
Well, we also
There's so many George Washington
Jr. Boulevard, but like name it
here.
No, it's not. He was in this country. Like that. That's more of that thing.
The Native
Americans somewhere in the country.
The Native Americans used to call the river that flows through there the Flint River because it would carry flint.
Yeah. Okay. So it's Flint. Okay. So it's Flint and water.
I don't know about that situation, but I mean,
you
it's
fucking
still pretty bad.
Ignite the fucking water.
Oh, was that a thing?
It wasn't there.
It was the pipes in Flint, Michigan. Their pipes corroded. They have lead fucking pipes.
Oh,
lead pipes
GGs.
were not illegal until the 60s.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of pipes nowadays are still lead line pipes.
You just can't replace them with lead, but if they're old pipes, I think you're allowed to still have them there.
That's part of the fucked up part of what we have.
It's crazy.
But crazy.
No level
of all my true crime enthusiasts, lead has a high correlation to being like a killer. So a lot of like serial killers have like a weird like lead dose. Lead makes you more aggressive. Like it
gives you mania.
Yeah, it gives you mania. Yeah. So like I wonder if there's just a higher amount of crime in like Flint, Michigan.
Could be.
Because I mean they're drinking lead water for a while.
It's probably a socioeconomic thing.
Good
so there's just more crazy people in poor environments. I just
I mean, it takes a lot of money of the government in order to like replace pipes. And it's a lot of labor, and It takes
a
you
long
have to
time.
close streets. And you have to have a lot of people digging in and replacing them. So that's the reason why our quality of water isn't like super great, you know, because a lot of, even if they treat it, it takes a bunch of miles. Like the closest treatment plant from here, I don't know, a couple miles away. And in that time, the pipes are like corroded on the inside. You literally open up. I have like an example of a pipe that we removed from like a house. And it's just, you just see you know.
I don't want to see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not nice, but I mean, since the water comes out with a lot of pressure, you don't see it, and it's dissolved. It gets dissolved. That's why when we do the TDS test, that's why we could see it. Another thing as well, if you boil tap water, those solids actually increase.
Yeah, because you're eliminating the water, you're making it more concentrated.
Exactly, making it more concentrated, and that could be a sign of lead or nitrates, which is. If you look it up on the EPA, because the book that we have comes directly from the website epa.gov/safe water. You know, they have the whole Safe Water Act, and they talk about what can be found in your water and what things can cause damage or risks. And one of the things is do not boil the water.
Yeah.
They literally say do not boil the water.
You can boil the water if you have a way to collect the vapor, and then it drips down into pure water. You have one of those.
Almost like a diffuser, but not a diffuser.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, though.
Because that's how you survive off of salt water. You boil it and you trap the vapor, and it goes into a reservoir. You drink the vapor that's down there.
Okay.
And turn back into
I don't know if people are going to do that.
I don't think the EPA would ever recommend that, though.
Why not? It's just pure water.
It comes from the vapor. Because they'd probably say just drink it. I don't know.
If you literally look up on like what is the Gwinnett County like water quality analysis report, they talk about lead in the water. You know how many houses they test in Georgia to make sure that there's no lead in the homes?
How many?
They check 20 houses per 4 years. And after that
is
literally
wild.
they even say it as well. It's like, yeah, in order to keep our standards, we check these many houses.
It's an awful sample size.
I know. It's insane. And it's just
I would feel safe with 200, but 20?
Yeah.
They probably go to the richest neighborhood. Looks
I
good.
wouldn't even feel safe with 200. Like, how many houses are in Gwinnett
in
County?
just Gwinnett County itself. But the thing is, they show that report. It comes in every July. You get with the bill of water. I don't know if you have like an old bill, but you get an extra paper that says, oh, this is the water quality analysis report of like last year.
Yeah.
And it tells you a whole bunch of stuff, like literally the same thing that we talk about. And they even say, oh, like there's chlorine in the water. If you want to prevent chlorine, just boil the water and leave it in the fridge.
Says, don't boil the water.
Yeah. So it's like, it's a whole roundabout way just to say like, we're doing things good. Don't worry about it.
For a variable to be statistically significant, it has to be at least 10% of the population.
No, that's not even that then.
It's not even close. That's
it would have to be like
ridiculous.
over 100,000.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. There's
that costs money, Darren. It
costs money. Yeah.
Imagine if that was a thing in healthcare where it's like, oh yeah, we tested this drug on 20 people.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And it's worked 90% of the
This treatment
time.
worked in 20 people. It failed in the rest, but
Like replacing your heart with like a pig heart or something. It worked with these 20 guys.
You say, what if they're actually testing like
They used
over
to do that.
100
They
of
used
them?
to
They're just
take
picking 20 that are good.
and give it to diabetics as
I mean, they didn't even say that. They didn't even like say how they test her. And so it's like, just looking at that.
Is it just trust me, bro? That's their source. Just trust me, bro.
Just trust these 20 houses we tested.
Just trust me, bro.
It's like
they don't directly like source out where they do it. They just say, oh, we have to do 20 every 4 years.
It's 20 with a water purification system that they're using.
It could be
Every
that.
40 years.
It could be that. Yeah.
The 4 years is what I'm tripped up
40.
about.
That would have been 19.
No,
Four.
it's four.
Oh, they said 40.
yeah,
I was like, what the
Dude, I would have been freaking out even more if it was 40.
I'm not sure with the time because I looked at that like a while ago, back when it came out in July. You could literally look up and they still have the same report and it shows you everything.
That is
like a
wild
PDF.
as fuck to me.
Yeah. So I mean, it's legal. Cigarettes are legal. Is it safe?
Probably not.
No.
That's
right?
the world we live in, though. That's why I just want to stay inside and just play video games and eat Hot Pockets. Because, like, there's so many people that just, like, do their jobs, but don't do their jobs, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, they do what they legally are required to do and not a penny more, not a...
What does that have to do with staying inside?
Because everyone just doesn't do enough, and I would.
But you're not doing enough by staying inside and playing video games.
That's why we
You
can
could make a
count.
difference.
That's why we can count on game developers to actually do their jobs and help us out.
We can't even believe in them.
They can't even do that. They made Overwatch too.
Every developer except for the ones at Blizzard, and we're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just leave all the Homelander-esque people away from game development, and we're fine.
Yeah.
I still can't believe they did that.
I will never get over how much I despise Activision Blizzard. I will always.
That's a
nonstop.
hill you can die on.
I will
They
always.
used to be so good.
I don't know.
They made the Spider-Man games.
well, the Activision, yeah.
When like the plane was crashing.
They published them.
Like back in
published-
PS2,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know, like Activision, I do not morally agree with them. Like
Activision doesn't make games.
yeah,
Published.
Like,
They just stamp their seal on it.
Yeah, exactly.
but they still have their own like.
They have publishers under them.
it's just sad. I don't know.
Like I'm going back. That's why everyone was hating me for wanting to stay inside. You see what people do, and you just I'm supposed to just brave these horrors every day. I'm supposed to just walk out there and be like, oh,
You're still drinking the
that's life.
water and eating the Hot Pockets. Like I don't see how.
That's BPA made out of plastic.
let me see this shit BPA for. Give me 1 second, dog.
I'm pretty
Make
sure
sure those
that is
don't get
not
hot
BPA
because it
free.
can turn into estrogen and then you're drinking it.
But that's another thing
I
that
get
we talk about
teased.
as well. Because a lot of people buy bottled waters. How are y'all drinking water?
I've never bought bottled waters like as my time as an adult.
Okay.
I think it's actually I have for camping trips, but that's different.
Okay.
You know,
I've been using the Brita filter upstairs.
Okay,
Yeah.
you have a better filter.
I just see it as a complete waste. You know.
It is. I mean, a lot of people do it though.
Yeah, I
you see
know,
people
that just
buying
appalls me.
tons of bottled waters, and it's crazy. Like not just
Damn, I got
in like a health
bitch.
point, but also for like an environment. You know.
I wanna
So you're paying more for the plastic than the water.
I wanna start drinking Liquid Death more. I actually kind of fuck with Liquid Death.
Is that the coffee?
No,
No,
it's
it's
water.
water.
It's water in like a beer
Just
looking
get
can.
it. Just get a purification system. What am I?
Is it?
You know, I know a
That's
guy.
just water.
Yeah,
Like,
It's just
yeah.
water in a really cool looking can. I had it once at a Sabaton concert.
I had it at Netherworld.
Yeah, because the Sabaton it was Sabaton and Judas Priest. It was a huge like metalhead concert. So everything had to be metal, including the fucking water.
Okay.
Oh.
Like it had to look cool and be in a fucking metal can. So
Liquid Death is literally just so that people have like a water that they can drink
and like cool with.
at like parties and stuff like that, and not look like they're drinking water.
yeah, bro, it's just water.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
That's their slogan. It's just water.
Yeah. But is it like?
Wouldn't that be
Do they
even
have
weird to
like
get
special
exposed?
properties to it?
It's so they've expanded. Originally it was just water, but now they have like
They have
sparkling.
tea.
They have sparkling water, teas. They have a couple of different
But
things now.
like, is it reverse osmosis water? Or is it water with like
He
literally
asking
just
about some
water.
fancy
Spring water.
schmancy
It's just
shit.
spring water.
Mr.
Because
H2O right
you
here.
know,
Yeah.
if you
I
try
don't even think
bottled
it's like
waters,
alkaline or anything. I think it's literally
Okay.
just spring water.
Okay, because if
That's
you
the-
tried bottled waters, there's like some that's spring water. You know, Deer Park
Spring water,
US
distilled, purified.
Do they
all
come
that
from
good shit.
springs though? Like, what does that mean?
Apparently they do.
Florida Springs.
Apparently
I know
they
some
do.
come from Florida Springs.
I don't
believe
trust
that.
them. Those types of waters that I've tested, because we also test bottled waters as well.
Ooh, okay. What does that say? What do you know about spring water?
What do you know about
and stuff like
Dasani?
It has a lot of
Dasani
solids
will
because it's from a spring, but we don't. You know,
Purify the water.
how many bottles of water can you make from a spring? But you always see a crap ton of Deer Park water. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's a little sketchy.
Like the draining, you would have drained the spring by now.
I feel like
Well, not only that, like, I feel like it would naturally replenish somehow, but like
amount.
even if that's the case, like they sell that all over the country.
literally.
Why are they paying so much in
Which-
transporting fees for fucking water?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it doesn't make
You
sense.
see
to
them
me.
everywhere.
I will always vouch by like alkaline water and stuff though. I really
That
like
is the best thing.
You just think
Yeah,
it tastes
that is
better
the best
or something?
thing.
Yeah, like the
Is there a
9.
taste in alkaline? That's like I don't know.
It's,
It's, like
it's
high
not
pH.
taste, it's texture. The texture is different.
It's
Yeah.
smooth.
It's
Yeah.
smooth.
Yeah.
It's smooth. It's literally smooth.
You don't feel any resistance when you're like drinking.
I feel
I
like
got some
shit
alkaline
whenever
water
I
in
drink
my-
Dasani.
Yeah, Dasani's
not-
terrible.
it's
I hate
not
Awful.
awful.
Dasani.
It's acidic.
Yeah.
It's not even. It's acidic.
Almost all bottled waters are acidic because of the plastic.
I
So-
did not know that either. That's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Well,
So-
I know Dasani is salty.
We
on
could check it
purpose.
right now. I could literally do a demo on everything.
Yeah.
yeah.
Holy shit.
It's like a science experiment. Literally. I told the kids
I'm a
that.
science guy.
Yeah.
Please don't. This says BPA in it. Don't make me feel
Yeah.
bad.
We can't really detect that. Like in our lab kit, we don't. But I mean, everything that's made out of plastic is gonna leach out into the whatever.
Is this why we
liquid.
have microplastics in us?
Yep.
It's part of it.
A good part.
Part of it. It also gets in your food supply.
It comes from a lot of different things, but definitely as when we were babies and drinking from baby bottles.
Bro, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, like tiny little
They made a
micro.
study. They made a study out of that.
Yeah.
You heat up literally the milk in order
In
to
the
put it-
bottle, yeah.
with the plastic tip.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
then
it's
you have
insane.
and then you have sippy
Insane.
cups that you bite on as a kid.
Yeah, there's no person. Well, I mean, it's really hard to find somebody that doesn't have
Amish people.
Micro.
That was my whole hope.
I feel like they
Maybe.
still use plastic products like bottles and
of
stuff.
Maybe they have the
course. Yeah, of
smallest
course.
amount possible,
Of
but like I
course.
would, if anyone, it would be Amish people.
And like I said, it gets in the food supply, so maybe the
Hopefully
meat
they-
they're harvesting still has
Plastic is
plastics
just
in it.
one of the worst things that like
We've made.
humankind has made. Yeah.
'Cause
Hopefully
you
they
can
evolve.
trace plastics in seagulls now.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not just because they're eating like plastic on the beach. It's because they're eating fish that have ingested plastic.
I think we're just gonna like evolve to like
We have to evolve with plastic.
be part plastic. You know?
Yeah. Like, but the thing is, it fucks with your, like, we would have to evolve a more resistant human because right now they fuck with our brains because they do shit with electricity. So, like, if the plastic can move through your blood, because it's very porous, they can slip through membranes, they can slip through your bloodstream, they can slip through your fat, they can get to your brain. If I'm recalling this correct, because they're really fucking small. Like,
It's super tiny. You can't even measure it with a
yeah, exactly. So
microscope.
they can slip
Yeah.
through a lot of shit that most other particles can't. So
Yeah.
there was the idea that, like, if they, I don't know if it's an idea or if it's a study, I can't remember.
Well, and your
But-
bloodstream is different. Like it,
But-
not
but
bloodstream,
once
sorry,
it
and
gets
your
to-
brain is different.
Because
It
there's
won't-
electrical shit going on in your brain. Plastic does have an effect with electricity.
That's not how stuff goes to your brain. It has to cross this thing called the blood-brain barrier. It's super selective of what it lets in your brain and what it lets out your brain.
You think plastic doesn't get
I
through
feel like
that?
plastic's small enough to get through that.
No, because whenever I've heard about plastic and how it affects the human body, I've always heard about hormonal imbalances. I've never heard about anything
maybe it was
neurological.
hormone.
The
Maybe-
BPA is an
BPA.
endocrine disruptor.
Yeah, so that's that's your
That's
hormones
why
and
it
stuff.
affects our hormones.
Mhm.
It causes. That's one of the reasons they found that BPA causes.
Okay, it can get into human
prepubescent,
brains.
Yeah.
In brain
puberty
tissue,
fast, yeah.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. In brain tissue, people aged 45 to 50, plastic particles were found at a concentration of 4,800 micrograms per gram, up to about 0.5% of the tissue's weight. So I guess it can break through the barrier or like get through the barrier and get into the actual brain tissue and deposit itself.
That's insane.
Yeah. Types of plastic were nylon, propylene, polyamide, vinyl
Polyamide.
acetate, and the brain regions that they were accumulating in were the frontal cortex. Do you know what the frontal cortex does?
It's like your personality.
Oh my god, it will fucking make people crazy. This is like the new lead.
I mean, when you think about it, we've been exposed to it so long. We don't even know. There hasn't been enough
That's where the
studies.
autism's coming from, guys. I
Oh
just
my
figured
god! It's not the vaccines.
It's the plastic.
I think we're just evolving to become more plastic over time.
Oh my God.
I think it's all natural.
We're gonna
plastic.
become Plastic Man.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, I mean,
I think we're gonna evolve with an organ that breaks down plastic.
We're just gonna develop an organ. Our kidneys are just gonna be a lot
What
stronger.
was that thing?
Look, some people had a hypothesis that the gallbladder was originally for digesting tree bark,
No way.
That was the organ. I was like, maybe the gallbladder.
and that's why some people now are just being born without gallbladders.
Yeah,
I mean,
Because
that
we don't
definitely
eat-
is like
we haven't eaten
that's
tree bark for
because
like
of-
thousands of years. So
So wait, if I have a
we've had it
gallbladder
for a
and I
long
eat tree bark, I
time,
can
though.
digest it.
I don't think your body would like it.
But can I?
We could digest.
No, you
a lot
probably
of
throw it up
things.
honestly because it's so different from what you've eaten your whole life.
Yeah,
I don't even know how that would move through your gastric
I know
system.
You can eat grass, but your body might reject the grass. But you can at least get grass down, from what I recall.
Oh yeah, I've gotten it down.
I've got
you guys
a
have
couple
eaten
grass.
Yeah, you never
Just
eat
try
grass
as a kid.
No.
Just as a
not?
kid, you're just there,
Yeah.
like, oh, this is like salad, and you think it's salad, but
But
it's
I've
not
never
salad.
eaten like a whole plate of grass. So
No.
Yeah, I've had like individual blades of grass.
that's not gonna do enough to like
That's what
exhibit the
it's like,
response like that.
mostly if you
I've
eat
eaten
tree
entire
bark, you're
quarters
eating
before, dude.
tree bark as sustenance.
I've eaten
definitely have
batteries
lead
before.
poisoning.
Battery?
One of my earliest memories is
Okay.
swallowing a battery from the TV remote.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I remember it vividly. I was like, I don't know. This had to be like kindergarten or some shit. I was watching Popeye in like my like on VHS in like my parents' bedroom, and then there was a TV remote, and then I like was like chewing on the battery, and I accidentally swallowed it, and I
Did you say anything?
That's
No.
This is like a parent
I never
fear
said
I'm now
anything.
having.
every
He could have
single
been
I was
Nice.
scared. I didn't want to tell them I accidentally ate a battery.
God.
So I was like, "Hey, mom, my battery is missing. I don't know where it is."
Suspiciously battery shapes.
every single time I've eaten a quarter has been on accident.
John,
When was the
why
last time you
quarter
ate
in
a
your
quarter?
mouth?
Why do you have it like
Why
close
is it
to
in
your
your
When
mouth?
was the last time you ate a quarter? I was a fucking kindergartner. That's my excuse.
It was way past kindergarten.
Oh my
When
goodness.
was it?
I don't remember. I don't keep track of it. I don't write down the dates of the last time I ate a
Why
quarter.
was it
What
in your
general
mouth?
age?
What grade?
He
you
does
were
not
in?
want to.
He's about to
I
expose
didn't even remember.
himself.
Hold on. I said the grade I was in.
No later than high school.
Why was the quarter
Why?
in your mouth, John?
I don't know, man. What do you mean?
My brother still chews on plastic caps to this day.
Oh, I do too.
It's a habit he had since he was like a kid. He still chews on plastic bottle caps.
Because it feels satisfying to chew on.
It's a lot of plastic.
Get a teeth in the ring.
You're digesting.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm evolving.
He's already thinking about it.
Bro was like, fuck it. I'm gonna just consume macro plastic.
Exactly. I think
Oh my gosh.
Have I?
You're becoming. That's why you're thinking about
I've
plastic.
never eaten
plastic.
I was so scared to eat it. My dad told me one time he like swallowed a penny when he was like 4 and he had like poop it out. And like that entire like idea has just like scared me from putting shit.
No, like I would like be fucking around with the quarter and then like it would fall down the back of my throat and I'd choke and I'd like cough.
So you'd have it in your mouth, basically.
Yeah.
Like without the intention to swallow it.
Yeah.
I can't find anything about I can't find anything about the gallbladder and tree bark. I feel really dumb, but I swear I talked about it.
You've heard about it somewhere.
Yeah, I've heard about it like in 7th grade from a teacher. Something about gallbladder and tree bark.
They could just be
because we were like trying to like coming up with reasons for why we would have a gallbladder. It's just something about tree bark.
What does it do?
It just stores bile.
Do you develop bile from breaking down certain things?
No, it stores bile. It doesn't make bile. It just stores extra bile.
Another organ
bile
stores
tank.
Yeah, it's
we
essentially
need
a
that
bile tank.
in order to like digest certain.
But I mean, you can excrete it into your like feces just fine, and you don't really need to store it. And like your body will just make more.
Well, I mean, my ex, she had to get her gallbladder removed.
Exactly,
for something.
It's a huge just poison sac in your body.
Yeah,
Because it's bile.
Yeah, that in your appendix.
Yeah, and
What does your appendix do?
It just stores a bunch of bacteria and like other.
So we just have organs that just store deadly shit in our body and just hold on to it for us.
But the appendix is like specifically bacteria that helps you digest food.
Okay.
Yeah.
In plastic.
That's what I'm saying. I think we're going to evolve a new organ that just specifically breaks down just artificial products.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be like more useful or like for like just the organs that we already have? Like for
like that probably they would evolve and
they would
develop
evolve
that
instead of
purpose.
developing another one. You know, where are you going to put that space?
Like your intestines now can digest plastic, or like your stomach acid. It's like stronger enough to like. It doesn't even dissolve in stomach acid.
Your GI tract and the organs in general are very versatile with where they can be. They're not held in place by anything, really.
Rib cage, but yeah.
Realistically,
well, those are only the ones up here. Your GI is not covered by any bones.
God,
that's
why if you get stabbed there, it's just.
Well, if you're pregnant, it actually pushes all of it up.
So your intestines go up, or
yeah, because like the uterus is like right here, so it just pushes all of it up.
That's crazy.
It's
the human
you
body
can move around
insane.
like when
it's
you
wild when you see
insane.
like how much it actually changes the body being
when
pregnant.
you're doing an actual abdominal assessment, you'll lay someone flat. You can literally you're supposed to move the organs around.
Touch it, yeah. They did that
like we learned how to assess livers in one of my labs. It's actually beneath the rib cage. So what you do is that you go underneath here, you claw it out, and then you feel it right here. Like you just move it around.
Ooh, that's.
You ever seen videos of doctors moving around babies in the womb? No, they're like, okay, this is where the head is. I'm just gonna rotate
it.
Yeah,
imagine gonna rotate it in the womb.
What the fuck?
Get flipped on your x-axis.
Yeah, exactly.
How are they flipping? How are they moving it in the womb?
It's just in a bunch of water. It's just floating around.
So just kind of like shaking.
Isn't that dangerous though?
Yeah.
Like, can't they like choke on their like
umbilical cord?
They're not breathing.
That's why
they
did.
choke.
Well, could you wrap it around them if you spin them?
That's why
I don't think it would be tight
They
enough.
spun you and you
What
got
happens if you just like
I was just fucking like flipping around in there or something.
You were doing 180s and shit.
I started trying to hang myself with the umbilical cord in the womb.
Is that before you were born?
Yeah.
Like during labor?
No, it was like I was a preemie because I was a C-section because of that.
Oh,
They had to cut me out or I would have died.
I was born a month early.
God damn.
What?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like just
I was
got an emergency
C-section
C-section.
baby.
Oh, okay.
Maybe do you know if you were the
C-section
same
baby?
reason?
C-section baby?
Yeah.
Do you know
What
if
about
were the
you?
same- No, nigga, my mom. I had to wait.
No, my mom was just in so much pain they had to bring me out.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Cameron was just fucking around. He was just banging around the crib or some shit. No, I was a day later because I don't know how true this is, but I believe it's true because it sounds funny as fuck. Like my mom and my dad were like at the hospital the day before, the 18th of July, and they're like, "Yeah, the baby should be coming pretty soon, maybe tonight." Yada yada yada. My dad was tired as fuck. He worked in sales. You know, sales, talking to people all day. It
Labor
drains
can also
you.
take days.
Yeah, so they didn't know when. So my mom was just like, okay, I don't know what's going to happen. And so they get home. My mom is like, I don't know. I don't feel so good. He literally looked at her stomach. He's like, you do not come out until tomorrow.
Crazy.
I came out at 11 a.m. the next day. I waited.
you're like, oh, all right. Like swaying
I guess I gotta. Fuck it, I guess I gotta wait.
Yeah, sins, bitch.
God damn.
It looked like I was coming out, and then I came up the next day.
You were planned that day, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's cool. It's really cool that we do have like I'm forgetting the word I'm looking for, but like
children.
No, not children.
Things growing inside you.
No, not things growing inside me. More of like the overall, just like I don't
birth.
know. We're shaped by our experiences, and I think it's just like really cool that like. Because I was talking to my sister about astrology and shit earlier. Because we did that astrology episode with my sister.
Yeah.
And so it was more of like how, I don't want to say how perfect things are from a religious sense, but how much humans have thought about what we are and what our purpose is. Because we talk about it now in our day. Like, to imagine being alive on the internet and like asking what your purpose is.
You know what? I feel like Greek philosophers weren't that smart. They just thought of things before people thought of them.
But that's the thing, they weren't that smart.
I would have thought the exact same thing.
But here's why I'm getting into it with the whole astrology thing. Most of our astrology is based off like the Greek Western idea. The more primal version of astrology was the Vedic astrology, which was during the like Hinduism thing, which was before the Aryans got there. So it was even more like in depth. She was explaining this to me because and let's just say it like this: if Western astrology does with like just like the 12 planets, Vedic astrology, they are trying to be as pinpoint accurate as fucking possible. There's like, you know how we talk about houses in Maria, like you have a 7th house, a 5th house. There's like, think of it as like, okay, hey, the unit circle. That's the best way to describe this because that's probably like the most way to like describe the complexity. Think of a regular circle, then think of the unit circle. And then think of think of the, what's that fucking spiral thing that's like...
Fibonacci sequence?
The Veda is the Fibonacci sequence. Religion is the circle. Astrology is the unit circle. Just imagine all those like little like spirals is like the intricacies of like this close to basic... I was prehistoric. It was like 500 BC to whatever the fuck they were at. And all they did was just talk about how like the stars were aligned, their mentalities were aligned, like all this like introspective shit. But like when you think about it, what else were we doing before we had iPhones? We just had nothing but thoughts. You just hunted and you gathered shit, and then you just thought about your existence.
There's a lot more that happened before cell phones.
Yeah,
exactly. But I'm just saying, like, when it came to spirituality, what else were you doing? Like, there was nothing to distract you. You just had time to think about your purpose and your place in the world besides survival. Because that's why, like, we talked about it recently with the hierarchy of needs. Like, soon as you get to that certain point, like, you do start thinking more outwardly than inwardly. Inwardly is a very like primal, selfish mindset. When you don't need when you have all your selfish needs met, you become more introspective with like your place in the world. And their version of astrology was very introspective. And like, I don't know, I think it was just cool because like she was very interested in it, and I've started learning more about it. And like the same way that like how we all found similarities in the Western astrology, it was even like scarier accurate than the Western astrology, if that makes sense. So like the coincidences I was seeing were like even more refined in this older version of astrology than in the Western version.
So was she able to like tell you stuff about you from
a little more like it was more of like, I'll give you an example of what she told me about me. So like instead of funny enough, I'm still a Cancer in this one, but instead of like how we talked about like I have to express more of like my basically, if for those who haven't seen the episode, I have a problem with women. And so in the shut up.
I didn't say anything.
No, John was looking.
He didn't say anything either. I didn't say anything.
You were looking, you motherfucker. Anyways. In that episode.
I didn't have to say anything.
Anyways.
Who doesn't have a problem with that? Am I right?
But in that episode, the takeaway from me was that in order to achieve my astrological wellness, what I was meant to do in the Western version of astrology, I had to become attractive, like conventionally attractive. And that was like more of like be healthy, be fit, be more like, you know, be successful, like be like what's attractive? What's an attractive man in society? It's a healthy, fit, wealthy man. And it said you had to become that to encompass very generic. Anyways, that was what it was said in the Western astrology. In the Vedic one, it was like you are very good internally. Like, I've always been a little more grounded. Like, I'm grounded in the sense of, like, I can hold my weight emotionally. I can take care of myself. Like, it's more like I'm grounded in myself, and I find more comfort in family than I do in the world. I need to be more present in the world to find balance, because I already have balance with myself. And that was with that same part of like, when we were talking about masks. And so when I connected the mask and like how I have to put on a mask to appear more present, I have to show more of a healthy, happy person. That was me being more towards the world versus how I'm comfortable around people. Like I'm fine internally, but I have to also be proficient in my external appearance. And they just gave more of an in-depth version of that. And I was like, that's so fucking crazy. Like at first I got like one way of saying it, but they expanded on that more to like bring it into like material, non-material, physical, spiritual, all that shit. And so that was really interesting to me because it was like, it corroborated that, but then it expanded on that more. And that was really cool to me. Sorry, I don't know. Like, I'm not like, I don't say I'm a spiritual person, but I do like, I'm a puzzle person. I like
it sounds
puzzles.
like you're becoming more spiritual.
I like
it sounds like it, yeah. You're having a spiritual awakening.
Yeah.
More like
Denial.
Yeah.
I'm just interested in niche shit. I just think it's really cool. Like I just ask a lot of questions, and not saying it is the answer, but if I can like,
it sounds like you're finding some answers.
oh, anyways, I like expanding my knowledge of like things that I know, and more of like,
It's okay. You can just admit you're becoming an astrology girl. Like,
not an
that's all
astrology. I swear to God, I'm not gonna buy crystals. Are you guys
You just talked for like 10 minutes about astrology.
because I had this conversation with my sister like 3 hours ago, so it was still on my mind.
Fresh in your head, yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, if it was like me bringing this up like a week later, it wouldn't really be that. Then you could argue that, but no, this was just today. This was just now.
So you're not going to think about this anymore after this?
Probably not.
All right.
If I start wearing crystals and I get gauges in my ear, you have like every right to say yes. But until that happens, no. I think that was just like a very interesting conversation I had.
Sorry, ladies. Alfonso doesn't believe in the astrology stuff anymore.
Sorry, no. And that's probably why I'm bitchless.
Wait, second thought.
Well, hold on.
Those rocks may be onto something.
I feel like astrology is very interesting.
Yeah, that's
It's
how
a-
I feel about it.
It's like, in one way, it's like when you see like your horoscope or something, it's like very vague things like, oh, like you are feeling this because of that. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, maybe I
don't
am
know,
feeling this like
I don't know.
because
When they
of
were
that.
reading out my astrological stuff, they were able to pinpoint like health problems.
No way.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
felt.
Okay, that's
Like
crazy.
it was able to
I've
predict
never
that I have
gotten, like, to a-
migraines.
I've never gone to like a. Did you go to like a?
She researched
psychic reader
all
or
of us.
something?
No, my
It
sister-
was a podcast episode actually. Check it out, guys.
Okay.
But yeah, his sister basically just went over all of our like horoscopes and everything, and then she was like, she said something about like, Darren, you need to beware of diseases of the head. And then she listed out examples, and then she was like, and I was like, wait, is she gonna say migraine? She's like, yes, and migraine headaches. So I was like, no way. I fucking hate migraine headaches.
And
Like,
she
I'm
doesn't.
like,
She didn't know you.
she didn't know me at all. She didn't know me at all.
That was
before
their first
day.
time meeting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Episode
Exactly.
12 of the podcast. Check it out.
Okay.
And so like shit like that, that's cool to me. Like I like patterns like that.
Yeah.
So like when I learned that the Vedic one was even more intense, but it's also older than the original one.
It even predicted like how I prefer like my romantic partners,
yeah, shit like
which
that.
is very like something intimate. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't know if I like 100% give into it, but it is interesting.
Yeah,
It is
I-
because
yeah.
my ex was really into it. And
It is like a more-
We were both Sagittarius, and there's like a lot of
I'm
things.
Sagittarius.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Would you say
Okay.
astrology is more of like a millennial thing or a Gen Z thing?
it's a bit of both.
Gen Z.
Both.
I think
A
it's
little
more
bit of,
Gen
but
Z.
more Gen Z now. But back then, like you see the horoscope in like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
daily paper and
Yeah.
on the news and everything. But you're Sag as well. What day?
5th
December.
Mhm.
Oh crap!
coming up.
May as well 3rd.
3rd. Oh, sick.
Damn.
Sick.
Also, you guys both give off a very similar vibe. You guys look
You
very
think
well.
so?
You guys feel well
know.
established in
We're both in
yourselves.
workout or uniforms.
Yeah, exactly. You guys feel very
That is
established. Like you guys, like if I was a woman, I'd feel very financially
But
secure
the thing
around
is,
you.
what was really cool though is that the horoscopes don't only determine, like, it's not only the month and day you were born, it's also the
Location.
year.
Yeah,
time.
and also the time of day,
location-
like the time of day you were
exactly, yeah,
born.
yeah,
Yeah, I
was
know
very
about that because my
specific.
ex. Yeah, you know, I'm like a Sagittarius, Sun, something. I actually forgot because I was like,
They said my degree was
yeah.
like very low,
"You're
which
what?"
means
You what?
didn't she say like my degree was very low, or like I was very like in my house or something like that?
Yes, you were basically
Yeah.
spot on. Like me and John were like in like we.
And that's
our
why
main
y'all
house
had
was
like,
here.
yeah.
We had,
I want
me
to
and-
talk to him.
Me and John had to find a
Yeah.
balance. Darren was like, they just threw a dart on the board. He was already on this. It was like, you are everything you need to
They
be.
said I was a natural healer, and lo and behold, I'm in healthcare. So I
Oh
mean,
my goodness!
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
shit like
yeah,
that.
a lot of stuff was spot on because of I was in my house or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
he basically sat in home base. Me and John were like trying to. Actually, me and you had a swap basis. I think that's what it was. Like part of you had to be more.
Yeah, y'all completed each
Cancerian.
other.
Yeah, and then I had to be more like Pisces. Yeah,
But y'all kind of complimented each other.
Yeah, that's why our friends, like, that's why we're good friends. Because, like, we literally
Yeah.
have things that the other person needs.
It said that your best friend would be whatever his is, and then you'll like,
and vice versa.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
It's crazy how that shit worked, though.
yeah.
I think it's all neat. I don't buy into it, but I think it's all neat.
Yeah, it's a neat merit to it because, like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I feel like another thing that like goes with it is like we become like as humans we try to make reason out of
That's where I feel like that's where it comes from. It's so interesting.
That's the reason that you talk about how philosophers back like Greek philosophers were just like
just thought of shit.
literally their jobs were just
before
to
anybody
think.
thought of it.
Their jobs were just to think because at that time
because all
just
their other needs were taken care of. They lived in the Renaissance.
Exactly. So like
That was not the
Imagine
Renaissance.
being
it was
paid.
That was like
Imagine being
golden
paid
age.
by the government to just sit there and think all day. That's
Well, you have
crazy.
slaves like doing all your other daily needs.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
everybody had to worry about, oh crap, I have to work to feed my kids. You know, I have to do this, or I have to leave.
Meanwhile,
And
this
you know,
dude down
it's
the
like,
street.
the thinker just
Bros was just posted up on the
literally.
I mean, like,
Maybe we should have more slaves.
Industrial Revolution. That sounds like more work. Why don't we just hire more slaves? The fuck?
those are the Romans.
Yeah.
They probably had thinkers too. Maybe. Did the
Not
Romans
to the
get rid
same
of the
degree.
thinkers?
Greeks
No,
were like
yeah.
really held that shit up.
Okay.
Romans were more hell bent on conquest than philosophy.
They said, "Fuck thinking. Let's just stab shit."
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's kind of base though.
Yeah, but just humans just
Romans gave
we
us the
want
calendar.
something and we just think about
Yeah,
it and eventually we get it done.
Either we think or we kill each other. So like, there's no in
It's insane.
between.
It's insane. Just how much time, like history, would like the world's been at war.
Yeah.
Well, we actually live in one of the best ages of peace right now in modern era. Like there's a lot of shit going on, but compared to like 100 years ago,
Oh yeah,
even 80
for
years
sure,
ago,
for sure.
we're pretty chill.
Yeah.
Like most people don't want to die.
We have the
Surprisingly.
luxury to sit here and film a video of us talking just like the Greeks did. So
Here in the U.S.,
We're not being drafted into a world war right now.
Not
so
yet,
I
at
mean, we're
least.
already immediately better than. Yeah.
at least here in the U.S., you know,
Yeah.
other countries don't have it like that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's still like
the worldwide
cartels,
though,
gangs
there's still a
and
lot
shit.
of peace in these regions.
True.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Because of the UN and everything.
Yeah, a lot of people are taking more strides to be peaceful. And this was like
This is
another.
gonna age poorly in like a year.
Stop it!
Each of us is going to be
the
deployed.
catalyst.
Yeah.
What's
We're just
that
all gonna be
1,000-yard
in freaking
ceremony of
different
that one
Scat,
guy?
each like every month, like we begin like a new Scat Cast episode, and it's just one member missing. It just comes down to like me or you.
Like
Hey guys, I'm
the house
Scat
is more
Cast.
torn and everything. Like everything's just collapsing.
There's like broken over, like there's like exploded walls behind us recording.
Hey guys, I'm Darren, and welcome
What
to
do
the
you
Scat Cast.
yeah? What do you think of the dictator Trump? What do you think of Daddy Trump? You know, and his the newest war against the Atlantis. What do you think of that?
Atlantis.
Yeah.
What? So I was thinking about this because I saw actually this was a Moist Critical video.
Okay.
He was talking about the alien stuff.
Oh, I didn't see that yet.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Congress
saw
had
that.
their second.
So- I
they
saw
brought
that.
it back up.
So I was just thinking about this because it was something he brought up casually in there. Do you think there's any possibility that if like we saw aliens or something like that, like we had a confirmation that aliens are out there, we had like communication with them and everything, that would actually unite us as a world?
Only if what you said about Darren about the aggression was true and they showed their aggression off.
So you think they would have to be
they
aggressive?
would have to say
for
we're
that
going
be
to
the case?
fuck you up. That means China, Russia, America all be like, okay, we all got to put our shit on the difference. Like we all have to put that shit on the side.
I don't think so.
I
You don't think
believe
so?
wholeheartedly
I don't think so.
if there was an alien species
I
like we
don't
are
think
going
so.
to fuck all of you unequivocally hard in the butt right now. I don't care who you are. We will all team up.
I feel like
I think once that war ends, we'd fall back in the conflict with ourselves.
It would depend on if like we became like a pseudo Pangea. If we just made like the N, like the unite, like just nations united or some shit like that, and we all like banded together, and we all like. If we became like a super America, and think of it as like a super America, like it's just different cultures working together, and then we have like open borders in a sense, like everyone could go everywhere, then maybe not. But if we do like just break back apart again, then yeah, I feel like we would go back to conflict.
What about this? What if they told us they would like they're actually peaceful, right? They tell us they'll only give us their technology, like trade with us, if we're all united.
Like, what does that mean if we're all united?
They force us to do world peace to advance ourselves. They're like, we don't give this to aggressive species. You have to be peaceful.
When you think about it, we could have had so much better technology if we weren't at war.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it was religion and war. For first part, it was religion because they started killing off the scientists because it was anti-God.
War also helped with some technology.
Yeah, it also made
it helps with technological advancements, but at the same time,
they're advancing towards more war, more violence.
Yes, but also, let's use Rome for example, because we brought it up earlier about the slave labor. They had a pseudo steam engine that they could have developed further, and actually made like pseudo pre-modern technology, but they were like, oh, we just have so much available slave labor. Like, what's the point? You know, exactly.
It was also highly inefficient. Like, it didn't work well at all.
Well, not yet. It was a pseudo steam engine. Like, it was on that track, but it didn't develop further because, like, why would you need that? There's no incentive to build something like that in an economy that runs on top of slavery and slave labor. Also, they're currently expanding. They're just getting more slaves from expansion. What's the point? The Roman Empire falls. There's no more conquest, no more war. You have a bunch of warring states, but there's no common goal towards really anything. They're just fighting over ideology at that point, like you said. And that's our dark age of technology. There's no technology being developed. In fact, we lost a lot of stuff. We lost that steam engine. We lost a ton of books. That burned down. That's like crazy. 80% of the world population became illiterate because Rome had a pretty high literacy rate for its time period. But after the Roman Empire fell, like nobody was literate except for your top 10%, your clerics, your priests. Really, it was just your religious folk. I don't even know if kings would have to know how to do it. But anyway.
Yeah, but religious people had to read the text to the people.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if you learned how to read in a church. That's how it was. Yeah. Kind of thing. And then it took us like 300, 400 years, more than that actually, because that was just to get to the Renaissance. Yes. We didn't develop another steam engine until the 1800s. It took nearly 800 years for us to get back to where we were.
Yeah.
So imagine they had the steam engine
more than 800 years.
We would have been in flying cars.
I would even doubt that. Like at that point, I wouldn't even doubt that. If
do you think flying cars will exist in our timeline?
I don't think anybody will be allowed to operate flying cars except for like pilots.
Technically, there already are flying cars.
There are, yeah, but you can't.
Not Futurama level though.
What flying cars do we have now?
They're cars that fly. Like
they hover.
Yeah. They hover.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's been a thing for like over a decade. They're just expensive, and
but it's really expensive. And it's impractical.
Okay.
Also, if they were to have like an omnidirectional car that you could literally just
how are you going to manage like traction? How are
you can't, and people can't even drive on a flat plane. Exactly. How are you going to trust them with air that much maneuverability? You can't.
Imagine how often you'd
crash into buildings.
No, you'd have like fucking 1 million 911s a week.
That's what I was thinking.
Like, imagine drunk driving that hoe.
I feel like,
sir, a second Cybertruck has hit the second tower.
A second DUI has hit the tower.
I feel like now that I think about it, more technology is trying to make us not actually do work like
that's the whole point of
self-driving cars.
Ideally that's the idea, is that you're supposed to
I feel like in the future
things more efficient.
Everything is going to be like, or at least driving is going to be like automatic.
Every
car was working.
Well, Tesla showed off their new taxis, their omnibus, their just public transport that they could put on the streets now.
I wouldn't mind that self-driving public transport. The only thing I would it's the fucking trolley thing. Is like, okay, there's a bus full of 30 people piloted by Elon Musk robot. Does it really just run over the baby in the stroller in the middle of the road? Like, is that the only option, or do you know what I mean?
Tesla's self-driving feature in their cars is actually programmed to prioritize the driver than pedestrians.
Oh, really?
So I mean, that makes sense.
You're protecting your customer.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, but at the same time, wouldn't the person also protect themselves as well? They wouldn't.
Well, they're not the customer. It's not their Tesla.
No, I'm saying,
would you buy a car that would actively swerve and kill you just if someone was on the road?
No. That's what I'm saying. But like, as a person driving that vehicle, I also wouldn't just actively kill myself either. You know what I mean? Most people wouldn't.
Yeah, I would prefer to have my fate in my hands. I would not trust a moving vehicle like that.
True.
Automated.
That's just the problems with like automatic like robots.
But like I would say, like, it could work if it's like a city setting where like most of the vehicles are Cybertrucks, and there's a way of like having like you walk on platforms above the trucks and the trucks are below you. So like there's like really no risk of anyone being on the road.
Well, I think like automated trains would be more efficient.
Well, that was
like think about how much space a car takes.
Yeah,
you know what
it's
I mean?
crazy why we don't have like high speed trains. Like,
it's just expensive and no one wants to spend the money on it, really.
Originally in Georgia, it was partially because they didn't want black people moving into those areas, but I can't say for other places.
Yeah, Atlanta was built off of railroads, too.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Those weren't used for transportation. They were used for commerce.
Mm-hmm. But we still had Japan, for example.
Bullet trains are so fucking cool.
Bullet trains, you just go from one place to another.
The thing is, like, you can't really build public transport like trains like that in the United States because of the suburban infrastructure.
Right.
It works in Japan because they're clustered together.
Yeah.
You know, and everything's like walking distance. You can't do that in the US because nothing's walking distance. You have to use a car.
The infrastructure.
I mean, it's like you can't do anything about it. It's there.
It's there now.
You can't just tear down the suburbs. You know?
Yeah, I know. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I think like an automated bus is probably the best thing. Like they're doing that, the omnibus. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, just having everything on the road being automated would just be the most efficient way to do it.
That's what I was thinking. Like, if they all were like...
But I wouldn't want them to be cars because how much space a car takes. It has to be something like a bus.
Yeah, something that can take a lot of people. Yeah. And therefore...
More space efficient.
They all can like communicate with each other. Like, I'm here, you're there, let's not...
Well, you just fit more people into a smaller space too. It's more efficient.
Well, yeah, the efficiency of it is really good.
I feel like that would be hard though for just how many people have like set schedules in order to work and stuff. So it's like,
I mean, most people work on like a 9 to 5. So.
Yeah, most people be up in the morning and then they get
and
then those people who don't, I guess they could just take a car or a self-driving car or something like that.
But you'd also
but if it's all automated, then it's
it was like here, you literally have to have like a school bus set up, or you'd have like bus stops for everyone to go to and stuff like that.
I don't know how they would organize it because everybody's going somewhere different.
They would have to have self-driving cars.
Like labor just has to be restructured. Then, if you think about it,
more remote jobs, baby, bring that shit back.
A lot of companies are doing it, so
yeah. Are they moving back to it, or they
just kept it,
or they just kept it?
They went back to the office and then they realized this kind of sucks, you know. And
because I mean, I thought we were talking about this earlier, like your max efficiency is like 3 or 4 hours, so it's like most people just bullshit the other 5 hours at their job, anyways. Yeah. So
I can't relate.
Well, no, you can't bullshit.
Yeah, we don't work. Well, in healthcare in general, like everything is so like time based. You don't get to like
downtime,
be productive for 4 hours and then slack the other 4 hours because you're always having stuff come up.
Yeah,
you know,
you have that makes sense. Walking around hallways butt naked looking for their wives, and you're just like, come on.
I mean, even in like pharmacy, you don't get to do that. Like, you can't just cram all your work into 3 hours and then slack off the rest. Yeah. There's always people needing medications like around the clock. You know, it's not like a quota you have to meet. It's all like sporadic.
It's more like desk jobs, really, that you have that type
of Yeah, that's what I'm... Yeah,
desk jobs,
Wait, Martin. So, I've been over what you do now. Where do you want to be in the future? Like, what is your long-term goal? What is your dream?
My dream?
Your dream.
Like, dream job or just like...
in general? Like, what is your
Where do you
dream?
want to be in 10 years type shit, you know?
Okay, I actually have a vision board set up.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. And my dad's really big into that. You know, he has a whole bunch of books, made me read. A lot of good books just about self-improvement, a lot to do with sales as well, but just like, because my dad, he is like, my family is like kind of like the definition of like the American dream.
That's good.
Because my parents came here. My mom came, like they came October 2000. I was born December 2000.
Oh shit.
Damn, they got busy.
Yeah, I was made in, you know, I was fabricated in Colombia.
The waters, you
but
were brought to the soil.
Yeah. And they came by themselves. I have no family here. Like just until recently, my cousin and my nephew and my 2 cousins came, and they're like the only family I have here.
Wow, so they did this all on their own.
Literally, they were like, they took the biggest risk.
First generation just did everything. Wow, that's fucking amazing. Dude.
No family.
Yeah.
No, that's fucking.
No, I know. And like, since I was like so little, I didn't even realize like just how much they did until like later on when I was like, you know, dad lore and everything like that.
Yeah.
So and I just like thought about like my dad did so much. He worked his ass off. Like he had some friends, like some work friends and stuff, but like and then for a while, like up until 2007, we actually did like my parents had a house. They got a house. They had cars. They had good credit, and then
recession,
and that hit us really hard. Damn, lost the house. The visa actually didn't get renewed, so they had to go back to Colombia.
Wow.
And I was little. I had no idea this was going on, and I just thought we were going on vacation to Colombia. I've never gone to Colombia. We're going to go on vacation to Colombia. And it didn't matter that it was in the middle of the school year. I was like, yeah.
Funny.
I didn't know. Literally, I was like in first grade. And I mean, my brother was a bit older, so he kind of like was able to grasp the situation more. But literally, we had to go back to Colombia because like they were gonna get deported. They didn't. And then we were there in Colombia for like a couple of months. my dad went back. So I don't know what happened. I don't know exactly the specifics, but my dad went back and basically had to build himself back up.
Yeah.
That's just a fucking G, bro.
And I had no idea. I just thought like, oh, like he went to somewhere else for like a couple months. For us, when we go back to the US, we'll actually have like a place to stay, an apartment, a place and stuff. My dad like worked like 4 different jobs.
Jesus Christ.
Not at the same time, but he like worked at a warehouse.
God, that is like a top 5 person of all time.
Yeah, for real.
He had like literally his motivation and his like his
drive,
sense of self, and everything is just keep going. Just keep going.
That is a true American baller right there.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And he worked warehouse jobs where he hated it. He worked at like a golf, like he worked at a golf course to be the person that picks up like the golf balls all around the course.
No job too big or too small.
And like other like delivery and like just a whole bunch of stuff just to like get like some sort of wealthy. Like this dude has like pretty bad like eating habits. Like he'll just be working for like a whole morning without eating breakfast until like eat something until like 4.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
That's what I've been living.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
It's not. No. And he has like stomach problems. He has gastritis. I don't know how you say
gastritis.
Gastritis.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Gastritis. Yeah. Because of that, like since he was like 18, he's just been working his ass off. Mm-hmm. And so like he's like a very big role model for me. And I just want.
That's good.
Should be mine too. The fuck?
Yeah.
And after like 2017, we finally were able to like we're good.
Yeah.
Like we're pretty good. My dad got a really good position at the company that we're in right now. I think that was like 2016. He became like the regional manager. Mm-hmm. They invited him because they knew he was competition for them. Mm-hmm. He had his own company here in Georgia.
Was it you and your dad work for the same company?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So he was like competition for for this company. And then like they were like, you know what? You're really good at what you do, and you seem like a leader. You could lead people because he had his own team in his own company, but it's like a more local thing. And the difference being that when you're local, you don't have that much like insurance. So say something happens, you kind of have to be the one to like respond to it,
especially if it's your own personal company and everything.
Yeah. So something like that did happen, and you had to like pay for like there was like a leak or something and it flooded like the whole basement. So you had to pay for like all the repairs. And so after that, he kind of was like, nah. He got the offer from the other the company AquaClean, and they gave him the highest position for that state, which is the regional manager. So they gave him his office. He had his own people, had other managers as well, and like after that, we started doing really good. You know. Did a lot of renovations, got another house. We have like 2 houses now. My parents have 2 houses.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And so I see that. I'm like, how does he do it? He reads a lot. Mm-hmm. He's always learning and he leads. Mm-hmm. So the way I see it is that the more responsibility you have, like in a job, the better off you're at. You know, the more stressed you are at a job means that you're going to be paid more.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm doing sales. You know, I went to school for business. You know, I was first doing computer programming. I'm so glad I didn't do that because it's
especially
the job
now.
market sucks.
Yeah.
All my friends that went into that now are like,
AI?
it sucks, huh?
Yeah, because AI is oversaturated.
I mean, no, it's not even AI. It's just so inflated. So many people went into
even before AI, it was the job outlook was decreasing.
Yeah, just because like everybody was going into tech and like in programming. So now it's like so many people got out of college with, you know, becoming computer programmers, but now like since there's so many, they're gonna pick the people that are like the best, and it's not gonna be people like that just got. Ones. Yeah. I have a friend that's literally, he's still like he's not even looking just because it just sucks right now. He got out like last year, and he's like still looking. It's crazy. And you could find something, but it's probably not gonna be like.
Yeah, it wouldn't be what you're looking for with that degree.
Yeah. So I'm glad I did business. I stopped that and I did business. And the goal really for now, I'm trying to like build up the team. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to have more people under me. I have my nephew, and I was talking to a friend trying to get him as well. And just keep doing sales because it pays well.
Yeah,
it pays
Selling is the most important job in the human species ever.
And like my dad says, selling is everything.
It is.
In like life, if we want to get with a girl, we kind of have to sell ourselves. We have to sell ourselves, you know. And just like everything in general, you're always selling yourself. You want to sell something. Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
Value is intrinsic to people.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So like really my dream is I'm liking what I'm doing, but I feel like I could definitely expand into like, because that company's been going on for a bit and they're doing good. They're doing, you know, we're always expanding. We just opened up a new office in Marietta. Actually, yeah.
No, nice.
Marietta, yeah.
Shit,
yeah, because the office that my dad has is in Norcross. So opening a new one in Marietta. I feel like I have a future in this company. I mean, my dad's like, he's pretty up there. You know, he always talks to like all the other managers. Possibly have an office of my own, you know, probably somewhere else farther. Because right now, the company is more focused on like Hispanic population.
With water?
Yeah.
Okay.
Company,
is that more of like something Hispanic people flock towards? Or
no.
is it like...
I think it's probably why they don't. And then because of that, they can niche down on that. Then
I mean... Because the product is for everybody.
Yeah,
really.
Of course.
But I don't know. The company was just more towards Hispanic people. It was founded by an American and an Argentinian.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Or Spanish guy. The American, he passed away a couple years ago, but the Spanish guy kind of took over. But even then, like there's a market out there just waiting, you know, people that don't know about. There's a lot of people that do get systems. You know, you always see in like Home Depot, Costco, they just have like, oh, get a free water test and you'll get like a $50 Home Depot card.
Yeah.
Some of them are actually scams. I actually tried it.
Oh my God.
I went to see like the trade secrets. When we got a new house in like Sugarloaf, they came, we got like, since it's a new house, you get always like mail, like, oh, do this, get like your lawn or something. And like two of them, like 2 cards that we got. The thing is, those companies never knock on doors. They only give you cards. They're like, oh, you got a new home. Get a quality water. Yeah. You know, because I don't know why they don't do it. I feel like people that only knock, like, I don't know. They just don't do it. So there's just so many people out there that just don't know about the water and they could get something like this. Because really, the system is good just for your health, saves you money. It helps the lifetime of like everything that uses water, like water heaters, for example. Yeah. If you don't get your water heater serviced, it's nasty. Yeah. You probably know. Yeah. And all of that is from all the sediment, all the sediment from the pipes. So like you're like showering and you think it's good, but like that water heater is like got all that gunk inside. And it has a lifetime guarantee as well. Anything happens to it, you're like straight. It lasts. Sell us now. Exactly. I mean, I'm not trying to, I'm just saying like why. Yeah, I know. Because it's like there's like other sales jobs. There's like security, like cams, like HVAC, you know. But the point of like to be a good salesman is like you're not trying to convince somebody. You're not trying to like sell somebody something. You're trying to give them a solution. Yeah, you're trying to find out what their problem is and then get them that solution. Give them a solution, you know, and not trying to like scam people, not trying to like take advantage of people, you know. And really, I'm trying to get an office. I think next year, I'm looking to get a house next year. I built up my credit. I got the car. I got a Honda CRV hybrid.
It's a nice car.
It's really nice.
It's my brother has it.
Oh yeah. You saw it when we went out for the concert. I think. Yeah. That was there.
I didn't see your car though, but that's a nice car.
I showed somebody else. Now.
Is it one of the newer CRVs?
2020.
Oh yeah, so it is a hybrid, right?
So, it's a hybrid. Yeah. Nice. So that was like I was thinking about that car, of getting that specific car like months ago, and literally the same color, same model, and everything. I got it. It's a touring as well, so it's got all the like got a heated seats. Yeah. I didn't even, and I got like such a good like that car was just
inside is leather too, right? The inside is leather, isn't it? Yeah,
leather. And it's got that wood kind of like interior.
That's a nice interior.
Yeah, it's so nice.
It's fucking Honda, dude.
Yeah, it sounds like you're already.
Hondas are good. I mean, yeah. So that was like part of like my goals, you know. Get a car for myself with my credit. I started building up credit. If y'all haven't built up credit is like everything.
Super important. Yeah,
it's everything. You know,
my credit score right now is like 720.
That's good.
That's not bad.
Pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that's good. So just keep it up. Keep your credit up. Get more credit. If you only have one credit card, possibly get like another one.
Yeah.
I'd say like 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Use like
not like 20. Yeah.
Yeah. Have it for a long time. Keep it below, I think 30%.
Now they recommend around 20%.
Really?
I talked to a banker about it a few months ago.
Okay.
She said 20.
Okay. But yeah, like I want to build up my credit more now that I have the car. Hopefully by next year, interest rates go down so I could get like a house. Trying to have like some friends living in there.
Yeah.
I think like I was telling Luke about it, and he said like when he's planning on moving back. Mm-hmm. So
I think the year after next year or something like that.
Right. Yeah. So I think I was telling him like I was planning like getting a house and just like have people live in there. Just all like get it instead of like renting, because renting is like
you don't get to keep anything.
Yeah, you know, it's
a waste of money. I mean, it's not a waste.
It's not a waste because
it's not an investment.
Yeah, it's not an investment.
It's also cheaper right now too than owning it. Like as of right now, like if you were to get a mortgage right now, that should be more expensive than renting is. That's the main reason why a lot of people are renting.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
it sucks, and it's not even like anybody's fault, but it's house market is like a whole thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have FHA. First home
lower.
So that's like a thing that helps out as well. But I mean, it's just like right now the economy isn't really the best, just like money wise.
Yeah.
Interest rates. So I'm waiting until like next year. Hopefully it goes down and like get in my own house. Eventually have a family. Get that lucky girl. I'm not looking right now because I just got out of a relationship. But like whatever comes, I'm not forcing it.
Yeah.
You know, have some time to be by myself, not spend that much money.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, like get a house. I love Georgia. Georgia's such a nice place. Everything's close. Weather's nice.
Diverse climate.
Climate. You know, you could, if you want to go to the beach, go down to Savannah or just down to Florida.
When you go to a fucking canyon.
Go to canyon?
Providence
I want to go to shoot. Yeah. There's just so much. And like Georgia's like projected to be like, Atlanta's going to be projected to be like the next like New York. Yeah. Basically.
It's kind of crazy.
Which is so crazy. It's so much development. Like if you go to like a random city in Georgia, like
there's
10 years ago, now there's like so many buildings, so many apartments.
A lot of people are moving here from like California.
Literally.
I sold
to a Californian guy the other day, and he was telling me like, yeah, California sucks. I moved to Georgia just because he worked in like animation. He did like like some Adult Swim stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. He had like
here.
long hair and stuff. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I was like a while ago, but yeah, I mean, planning on staying in Georgia. Planning to help out like my parents not have. I mean, my dad said he doesn't want to retire because he just loves working. Like he literally he works for fun.
That's a goal right there. I don't know.
Works for fun.
That's crazy.
This man is just driven beyond where I can like.
It's just insane
love the game.
He gets so stressed. Like if it wasn't for my mom, like my mom helped him out so much.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
You know, and yeah, he just always like learning and always like leading. Like he's always on like taking a phone call for something, and like I don't know if I want to be that stressed like he is. Yeah, because it's like. I bet
he feels hella accomplished. He probably keeps working because he feels so accomplished.
No, he's humble. Like he doesn't like flaunt anything. You know, he doesn't.
Well, you can feel accomplished and
he's a really nice guy.
No, he's he definitely does feel accomplished just from where he came from.
Bro, pull the underdog story. Like the fuck.
Yeah, his my granddad died when he was he was 18. So his dad died when he was, and he basically like gave him the reins for his business, and it's like you got to learn how to like sell. So he just like from there just did his thing, and like because of that, that's like I'm like in a very comfortable position, and I'm able to like learn a lot from him, you know. Yeah. And I didn't even know how much he was making until like one. Like I never asked because I mean I was just like I just know we're
crazy because I never would have guessed all that
asked.
stuff like by meeting him. Like he's such like a chill guy.
He's chill. He's such a, and I never asked. I was like okay, we have a house, we have like food. I don't have to worry about that, you know. And then we're making renovations to the house. We're adding this, that. Okay, you got a new car. It's okay, we're getting a house, like another house, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty expensive, but I don't know. I feel like that's just normal. Yeah. But then I realized like no. People don't just get two houses.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And then like
your house is nice too.
I mean, when we got it, it was just like a normal house.
Yeah, but y'all renovated it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And like, I know those renovations weren't cheap and everything. We haven't reported it to the county because that would just raise the price. Once we sell it, we're planning on selling it though.
Y'all's backyard is nice.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, they're planning on selling it because the reason why we had the house was because of the school, Brookwood.
Yeah.
You know, and now like they don't have anybody that needs to go to school, so they're planning on just getting like something probably bigger, honestly. But I'm just trying to be like my dad, you know.
I mean, that's just really, like that's not a bad.
Yeah.
Like if anyone can say like I want to be like my dad, you have like the best right to say that.
Yeah. I feel like the thing is, getting a little bit deep, but because he worked so hard, like in my childhood, he wasn't like there for a lot of it, like because he had to work so hard. That's so I've been like I was like a lot closer to my mom than my dad.
I mean, later when I was older, I'm the same way, Sagittarius type shit.
Literally, no, yeah. I mean,
it was also for like work related purposes too. He was just never around.
I got you.
John's like,
I mean, like my ex as a SAG was like so similar to like me as well. It's just crazy. So that's why I was like, I kind of feel like there's some truth to it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know.
You want, don't look too hard into it.
It's like, I don't want to look too hard into it because
you're only gonna see what you want to see at that point.
Yeah,
right.
But I mean, it sounds like
you can never predict.
Have a balance between like the hardworking and then also being present.
Yeah, being present. Like I want to be present with my family. You know, I want to have kids when I'm young as well, so I could like enjoy like their childhood, be like them being active. I don't want to be like, okay, I'm catching up. You know, be like those old people in commercials for like
the leaf, helping your joint pain, your arthritis.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, that's like I'm kind of chilling. Just get a house, get a nice car. I mean, I don't have like a dream car now because I feel like that car is gonna last me for like a good bit.
Yeah.
But I'm planning on traveling as well. I want to visit. I want to go back to Colombia and just go to every place in Colombia. There, all the like the beaches. I haven't gone to the beaches there. There's just so many nice places there. Nature's beautiful. Yeah.
Damn.
I'm glad we got to hear this. I would have never known that.
I think I even told Luke like
this is just the guy, Lord. When you just ask the right question and you just get the whole like backstory.
Yeah.
But a lot of lore. You guys have anything else to add?
I don't think so. Right. Yeah, that was awesome.
Speaking of hard workers, check out our friend Tyler at Cellraise. We had a previous episode with him where we go over his little startup company, and you can check him out on the App Store with Cellraise, SELLRAZE, and also on their website, SELLRAZE.com.
Wait, Martin, are you familiar with Cellraise by any chance?
Cellraise.
Cellraise, yes.
No, I'm not sure. What's it about?
Yeah, I don't know, Darren. Why don't you give him the breakdown?
Sure. So you sell like door to door, right?
Yes.
Okay. You ever done like inventory online?
We don't work. My part.
Yeah, your company probably doesn't. But you ever like sell anything online?
No.
Well, if you have any personal possessions, like you're planning on moving, you're probably gonna sell a lot of stuff when you move.
Oh yeah,
you can't bring it over.
Yeah.
So what you can do is that you can download this app, Cellraise. You have eBay. You have Amazon.
Yeah.
You have like Walmart. You like browse all those. You know when you go online shopping. You can also
I go Amazon.
Yeah, you can also list items on them too, like Mercari, Etsy, those too. So basically, you hook up all those accounts to Cellraise. You can make the listing on Cellraise, and it automatically goes to all 5 of those platforms, and it automatically updates the inventory between all of them.
So it's like,
and I mean, if you don't really know what you're doing anyway, it's cool. They have an AI assistant to help you.
Yeah,
you
you can literally just take a picture.
Yeah, you literally take a picture of what you're selling, and it auto generates a fair price that you can tweak, description, product title, and then it will just put it on there. Update
like
the inventory.
All the markets that you want to put on.
Yeah.
Exactly. You just have to connect your accounts to all those markets, and after
it's
that,
free
for you. Yes.
Yeah, it's free.
And then when it sells, I mean, that's it.
You just money, baby.
Yeah.
I've always had like I got these like old Tyler the Creator Converses. These like flame designs.
You can just give them to me.
They're nice. They're nice. I got them. They didn't even weren't my right size, and I just been having them. And my mom was telling me like, sell them, just sell them.
Yeah,
they're too big for me.
You can just give them to me.
What size are you?
12.
Oh, they're not gonna fit you. I think it's like size 10.
Oh,
yeah. But I always like I cleaned them up and everything. And I was like, I want to sell them, but I just don't want to like do the hassle, just like put them out.
Well, then there you go. The AI
is very interesting.
Pick a price for you, and then it will be on it will literally be dropping like a fucking bait in every pool imaginable, and then you just wait till you get a bite.
Okay, and does it manage like relisting? Because I know eBay you have to like relist and stuff.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
In case.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I think he actually said he's working with GOAT next too, right?
Yeah, in
Go-
StockX.
Yeah, so I mean that's the one for
sure,
shoes
that
right
would
there.
work,
Yeah.
And just so you
That's
said,
nice.
it's
That's
not
nice.
about selling; it's about solving problems, and we just helped you fix one.
Okay.
There you
Okay,
go.
for sure.
There you go.
There you go.
Actually, even
That's very well
furniture
put.
and stuff?
Yeah, pretty much anything.
Okay, sick.
You can take a picture of your house and sell your house.
You cannot sell your house on YouTube. You cannot sell your house on it.
I just imagine just like random like items, you know, like a like some
random
weights.
items like not a car or a house or any
Okay.
big purchases. Don't listen to John.
Nothing
Nothing
you need insurance for.
It's just someone's dog.
Yeah, real estate agent just like an
If you could
AI.
sell a dog on
assistant.
there.
Did you take a picture of a person?
Yo, Tyler, connect that shit to Craigslist. Okay, anyway, you can also check out the Scat Cast, aka us.
That is us.
Yeah, you check us out on YouTube every Wednesday morning. These episodes go up. Also on Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, any platform you listen to podcasts on.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Wednesday morning, SCAT Cast, Scat Cast.
The Scat Cast.
Yeah.
Is
And then you can follow us on
Scat Cast.
Instagram at scat.cast and on TikTok at scat.clips.
Yeah.
Until next time.